Good afternoon, everyone. How is everyone doing? I'm going to give you guys, more people the opportunity to come into the room. Make sure you hit the like button as you come in. I'm going to give people the opportunity to start getting the notification. Hey, Facebook. I see Facebook is in the house. I'm going to start giving people the opportunity to get the notifications. How is everybody doing? Who's in here? I see Miss Ramona. I see, hey, Player Cole. I see Player Cole is in the house. I see Shan is in the house. I see Audrey is in the house. I see John Stratton is in the house. I see Michelle is in here. How is everybody doing today? I'm feeling a lot better today, y'all. Y'all know I've been keeping my grandbaby. Hey, Shelvin. Miss Jacinta, Keith, Diane, Teresa. Is in here. I took a day off yesterday from like everything, but y'all know I've been keeping my grandbaby, and she gets to my house real early, like 3 in the morning, and her eyes be wide open. So my sleep is kind of messed up too. But she leaves early though. She don't stay with me all day. She leaves early. She gets to me early and she leaves early. Like she got here early today and she was gone by 10. I keep her while her mom and dad is at work, which kind of works out for me. Because I love her. Y'all know I love her to death. But yesterday I had to regroup and meditate and pray. You know, sometimes when there are things that's just hard to shake, and you just have to. Sometimes you have to levitate, because a lot of times we try to do things in our will, and when it's extremely hard. Hey, Sunshine, I ain't seen you in here in a long time. Shout out to Sunshine. Hey, little Miss Muffin. Sometimes you just have to levitate and go into the spiritual and let God. Some things you just cannot handle with your own will. You just have to levitate and allow God to do it. Because some things we're just too weak to do, right? In our own will, it has to be a supernatural power. You've been watching. I'm happy you've been watching, Sunshine. But I wanted to talk about today. Hey, Rico. I hope Teresa. Yes, you can ask me a question, Teresa. Andre says that Little Miss Muffin's name is making him want to eat muffins. I like muffins. I like muffins. I eat them sporadically though. Yeah, I've been doing extremely good on my like I said I was going to have a lifestyle change for 2023 because I always be on the go as far as my eating and stuff. And like I've been doing extremely well. I've kind of been doing like intermittent fasting, which went really good yesterday because that fasting with that meditating is awesome, right? It was just you know, it is. But because today I am going to do, I love stuffed bell peppers. I love stuffed bell peppers, and I buy the like the yellow, the orange, and the red bell peppers. And I like to grill. I would eat ground chicken or ground turkey, mostly ground chicken. I don't buy ground beef anymore. And I like to grill the ground chicken and then stuff, put the cheese and seasoning and stuff. And then no. She said, can a defendant sell any information from their discovery from a court case? No, absolutely not. If it not unless he wanted now, I, from my understanding, they can't. And if he does try to do that, that would make him look terrible in court, trying to sell information from his discovery. Mm. Prosecution have a field day with him. I'm doing good, Robbie. I wanted to talk about the war in Memphis is uncontrollable since the Young Dolph's assassination. Since the assassination of Young Dolph, I was looking at, and I had been trying to kind of get on to talk about that situation with Matt Critter, and I had not had the opportunity. I know that's kind of like North, that's around North Memphis. It's more so Player Cole's area. He kind of knows more in depth about what's going on with that. Although, Player Cole is a street dude, so he ain't gonna get on here and tell everything. We kind of had some conversation about it. And because he didn't give me the okay, I'm not going to say anything about it. But this yet and still, there was still rumors in the street about that. And what I found weird is like all of this stuff, right? All of this stuff, and I'm one of those ones. If somebody give me some information, somebody give me some information, I'm not gonna say that I came up with it on my own. I like to give people the credit. I've always been that type. Okay. I like to give people their credit, and like I said, that's the area he grew up in. He know them folks, so he know what's going on. I sure asked him because I was very interested, because I had already heard a little something about that Matt Critter situation. And when I was looking at Matt Critter go on their rant, what was that, like a week or so back, after his two of his relatives were gunned down, or two of his guys, I kind of chopped it up as, although I know it's got a lot to do with that, with gang politics or whatever. I kind of chopped it up as him not being able to handle his emotions, because he was, mad about that. But what kind of stood out to me, okay, was that he brought up Little Migos and Big Boogie's name, okay? And now this is me, okay? Um, I kind of found that weird that he would bring their names up, and he was extremely, extremely angry, okay? Um, what I do know is that since this Young Dolph's assassination, see, when people were screaming that Young Dolph did not, um, that Young Dolph did not, people weren't sliding for Young Dolph or anything, I knew at that point that they did not live in Memphis. Shout out to Straight Drops, pod officer, okay, because he graced us, okay, and but we ain't talk about Straight Drop, because Straight Drop in the hole right now. Okay, he's still in the hole. But I knew that whoever was saying that, he or they, the people that was vlogging about it, saying, well, ain't nobody getting over, ain't nobody riding for Young Dolph. I knew that they could not have lived in the city of Memphis. Okay. I knew at that point that they could not have lived in the city of Memphis, because the people that live in Memphis, in the inner cities, especially in the hoods and on the outskirts of Memphis, was seeing and hearing and knowing exactly what was going on, right? They knew exactly what was going on, and it was like a World War III, as I said. uh People was extremely hurt about Dolph, and they went crazy with the retaliation and things of that nature, right? And so it seems like since then, it has only gotten worse, because, and I'll just say this little part, in my opinion, because so many people, or because some people, whoever there was, they was spending for Young Dolph, and they was getting back whoever it was that was touchable. That's the reason why I say I think it's a damn shame when these dudes with money send these young dudes out to go and commit these hits, right? Because when they go out, when they pay these dudes to go out and do these hits, they got to go back to these same hoods. They don't know, they're not tucked away in their mansions all in Atlanta, hiding out in Texas or Miami or wherever it is that they have their mansions at. When they pay for these hits, they don't have to worry about the retaliatory situations unless they're caught lacking right. um and but these young dudes have to go right back to these hoods, right? Hey, Dion Covington, these young dudes have to go right back to these hoods, right? And then they're out in these hoods. These folks go right over there and retaliate on them or their family members. And that a lot of that was happening in the Young Dolphs when Young Dolph was assassinated. And because the terrorists who paid for the hit on Young Dolph wanted to just be able to kill him and get away with it. Okay. They felt like they was just supposed to be able to kill him and then laugh and talk about it, do songs about it. Nothing happened. And they got mad when they made arrests fairly early on. They did. Okay. So then what they started doing was their little hitters, it started getting broken up. Now what they've done is they've gone and started employing some more hitters. Okay. I started employing more hitters. Okay. A whole new group. I'm telling you, of hitters. And I think that's the reason why we're continuously, because they got the damn nerve, and which it is wrong. I do not like to see bloodbaths. I don't like to see when people talk about retaliation and things of that nature, but it's easy for me to say when it's not my loved one. It's easy for me to say, right? But a lot of people love Young Dolph. So there was a lot of retaliation. And so when the police and the feds started busting up a lot of that situation with a lot of those little dudes that we're seeing in jail right now, like Straight Drop, like Cornelius, like Straight Drop's so supposed to be brother, and Orange Mound Quit, and some of the ones we don't even know that are in jail. Then some of these same people that was affiliated with taking Young Dolph out and actually played a part in taking him out have now started employing other people. Okay. And it seems like to me, each and every time they employ somebody, they tell them to be more vicious because they don't want any jobs left, messy as it was with Young Dolph, right? Or people would say, but it had to happen like that, because what happened with Young Dolph was when they killed Young Dolph, it removed a lot of people, had the opportunity to really start seeing what was going on in the hoods anyways, right? But it has gotten even worse because, as I was trying to say, a lot of these people that actually put the hit on Young Dolph that have not been arrested yet, which they will, they time is coming. Okay. They got the damn nerve to be mad that the people that love Young Dolph actually went and retaliated, and they was hitting up, I'm hearing, anybody that they could touch that was affiliated with those people, which I don't agree with that. You know what I mean? I don't agree with violence, but that is what is going on. And that's what I'm saying. Like, what these dudes don't understand is especially these little dudes, when they're taking money for hits and things of that nature, these folks don't give a damn about them. And so while they go back to their mansions, they gone on back up out of town to their houses, their mansions out of town. They're stuck in the city of Memphis, and there will be some retaliation. And then it's getting easier and easier to get these dudes to go do hits, because it's the rise of people being on drugs. Like, drug use in Memphis is off of the Richter scale. These young adults are just flat out gone. And they doing anything. They're not thinking. They're not thinking. It does not dawn on them. Thank you, Miss Jacqueline, for becoming a member. It does not dawn on them what they've done until they're sitting in jail detoxing like straight drop. When he sat in jail, hey J. Clyde, he sat in jail, okay, and he started to detox, and the rest of them, right? And so that situation with Matt Critter, um, you know, I know that Matt Critter was arrested for he was arrested for murder, but that situation with Matt Critter goes deeper. And like I said, I found it interesting, not strange. I'll just say interesting that when Matt Critter went on his rant after his two dudes were killed, that when he went on a rant, he started screaming and going in on Little Migos and Big Boogie. Okay. We know that Little Migos' name it has been in the media a lot, and it was even in the media that situation with Grove Hero. But I had not heard a whole lot about Big Boogie. As a matter of fact, a lot of people still like Big Boogie, but the only thing I could say about that is that I hope Big Boogie is not playing it safe, but actually being safe, because there's nothing good could come out of getting himself pulled into a situation that he will never win. He'll never win in the end, because I got some concerns about Lil Migos in the end. Okay. Just because you have money, it don't mean that if somebody says something to you that you don't like, you send a hit on them. Lil Migos, that's not how it works. I'm not saying that that's what you're doing, but I'm telling you that ain't how it works. It ain't nothing good can come out of that. Okay. But since the assassination of Young Dolph, somebody was telling me the other day, they was like, Tamara, and it was OG, and it really shocked me. Thanks for the $4.99 super sticker, Player Cole. Thank you. Cause y'all know I be rarely getting super stickers on mine. I be seeing a lot of other shows, theirs be lit up, and I be giving real information. Okay. My information is not made up. I be giving y'all the real over here. Okay. A lot of folks I be looking at, sometimes I can't even hardly look at them because I be laughing so hard. My stomach be hurting. I'm like, oh my God, that ain't nothing but a lie. And it's like they be making it up as they go off the top of their head. I'm like, oh my God, it'd be so funny. He says Boogie's strictly about the money. Okay. I hope so. Pilco, how I hit you up outside of this chat room. And so my only concern with Amigo is that I suspect he's a female and not a male. No, I hope that Little Migos is not. I would say that I would hope that Little Migos does not did not play any part whatsoever in Young Dolph's situation. I'm gonna say that. I hope that he did not play any part in it. Any whatsoever. Okay. And I can't say that he didn't. I wish I could say that he did, but I can't say that he didn't. I just hope that he didn't. I hope that at Lil Migos' age, he got to understand that he is not exempt from what comes with from what comes with putting hits on people. I hope he understands that nobody is exempt. And I hope the right people get in his ear, because it's trying to be feared in this era, in this day and time. You ain't gonna be able to, you can't put hits on people and get away with it. It just ain't gonna happen. I ain't really heard nothing about Lil Boogie. I like Lil Boogie, but I'm just, I know they be looking at my shows, Thank you, Miss Teresa Kane, for the $5 super sticker. I know they be looking at my shows, and I'm trying to tell them I'm not one of them vloggers that's gonna cover for them. Okay, because I wish this situation had not happened with Young Dolph. But I blame the OGs more because what they did was, they sent these dudes out to crash out. Be quiet, Remy. They sent these dudes out and crashed them out. That's what they did. And so now, hey, they mad. They want to make these little dudes. They still sending them out. They still sending them out, y'all. And that is why we're seeing the war that we're seeing. And they got the damn nerve to think that people don't know what's going on and who is behind this stuff. But these little dudes better get wise. And what amigos need to understand is some of these folks ain't got a damn thing to lose. They already know they going something, and I'm just saying, sometimes when people know that they are going down, that their days are numbered, they will do anything. I don't give a damn. They disrespect me, but they ain't gonna tell you because they already know that they get ready to spend the rest of their life in jail. But what they're doing is they're gassing these little dudes up, and they have become extremely vicious. Now, what I was getting ready to say is an OG said to me the other day, and it kind of shocked me because this particular OG is in the street, but don't talk a whole lot about. He one of those ones that don't talk a lot about what go on in the street. So it just kind of shocked me when he said, them little dudes, Gucci Mane little dudes, and truly those Trula Mafia dudes, they still killing out each other about this Young Dolph situation. And it bothered me because I'm like, well, damn, you out there, you could touch these little dudes, you could get into the ear of some of these little dudes. Why ain't you stopping it? Why ain't you stopping that? It shocked me to even hear him say that, because he one of the ones that don't say nothing. Okay. Hold on, y'all. Let me give Remy some water. Hold on. And I'm going to drop the link. Hold on for a second. And I got to give her some water so she'll stop. She'll stop barking. She waiting until I get on here. Yeah, but it shocked me because, like I said, he's one of those ones that don't say anything. And when he just quietly says, that stuff with Gucci Mane, them little dudes with Gucci Mane and them Trula Mafia dudes, they at a war. They killing each other. About this Dolph situation. It's really sad, because another reason why it is hard to control what is going on is because, like I said, of the drug use. Okay, because of the drug use that's in Memphis. We see a lot of artists that's over, dosing and things of that nature. We're gonna do a show about that because I got a little tea about that. So we're gonna talk about that later. Okay. But since the assassination of Young Dolph, you guys, Memphis has been off of the Richter scale, and Young Dolph is going on 2 years. We're in the second year of his assassination. And although, the hurt never goes away, and what happened was absolutely messed up on so many levels, nothing is piping down. I think, and I'm not trying to put it all on one group, because I think as people that love Young Dolph start to learn more, it angers them even more, especially when you already had an idea of what happened. And I'm not saying that they're doing anything, because y'all know I love Pre. I'm pro Pre. And because I love what Young Dolph was doing with his artists and what he represented, which was independence and financial liberation. I just think the more that people, because it could be fans, the more people find out, and it could be some of Young Dolph fans, the more that comes out, the more that happens, right? The war gets more and more intense as stuff starts to come out. And believe it or not, y'all, more and more stuff is starting to come out. Okay, more and more stuff is starting to come out. It's going to come out anyways, which I said, like when all of the indictments finally drop, you know, I think that it's going to be an earthquake in Memphis, and it's going to be on a higher Richter scale than the one that we had, okay, the night that young Dolph was assassinated. Okay. Troy C says, what's why? These young brothers on some get back talking is being done. Young brothers ain't listening. Some are, but most are not. Sad but true. I'm not from Memphis, but it seems like the drug use and the easy access to guns and the main thing that's going on in the city. Oh, you said, what's up? What's up, Troy C? And then what is happening is some of these same people, okay, is putting guns, like you said, they're going and putting guns in these young dudes' hands so that they can go and commit these hits. They are getting them military type weapons. Okay. They ain't trying to help to take them out the hood. They're not trying to help to do anything other than continuously destroy their lives. Okay. And that is exactly what is happening. It's exactly what's happening. But that is prevalent in every urban city, ATL, Detroit, New Orleans. Well, that's true. That's true. I'm dropping the link. Anybody that wants to come up can definitely come up. Okay. I want to, hold on, you guys. I'm trying to pull up something to show you guys. Okay. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Here it is. And y'all, if my computer frees up, if y'all see me disappear, I'm coming back because they doing something with my computer. I'm talking about as far as they putting some type of system on it where as it freezes me up sometimes. So just know if I jump off, I'm gonna jump right back on.
I'm trying to put.
Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on, you guys. I'm trying to find that rant that McCritter went on. And I know McCritter is, you know, he's out there in the street. And I heard that he was something else. I did. I heard that he was something else. I'm trying to find that video. But for some reason or another, I cannot find it right now. Here it is. Hold on.
Jumping out bare face with this shit. Diamonds in my mouth. I'm jumping out bare face. Fuck you niggas. Nigga, Migo suck dick. All you little homies suck dick, Migo. You nigga wanna try to get clout out me, tell about some who hurt? All you niggas suck dick. All you niggas suck dick. I wanna smoke with everybody. Who want it? Let's do it. We out here. We out here. Mike, we out here. Pull up, let's do it. Nigga, fuck you niggas. Think I give a fuck about the rap game? Fuck the rap game. You niggas ain't never been in the street. Boogie been a bitch. All you niggas been bitches. Uncle Permy to no nigga. Man, nigga, matter of fact, it's on my kids. You dick sucking ass rappers can't get caught in Memphis no more. They done gave the wrong rapper money. They done gave the wrong young nigga money, man. You know what I'm saying? You nigga can't come in the city no more. They done gave the wrong young nigga money, hear me? It's that. I stand on that. I'm out here with it. I'm out here with it. Full card deep. We with it. What's up? Put down. All you bitch ass niggas. What's up?
Okay. Now, yeah, he does. He sound butthurt. Two of his, I don't know if both of them was his cousins, but I know that one of them was. And of course, you know, like I said, he went on that rant right after he found out that that happened, right? But like I said, I find it strange. No, not strange. I find it interesting, you know, that he would mention, you know, why out of all people, why did he go in on Big Boogie and Little Migos? You know, his cousins and them had just been hit. So why was his energy directed at those two? Now, like I said, you know, I've been hearing, you know, the word on the street is that there had always been beef with them, possibly his crew and CMG. Okay. That's the word on the street. So, but I find it kind of strange. But hold on one second. I want to show you all this too. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I was looking for the video, but I don't see it. Hold on, I think I found it. Yeah, make sure y'all hit the like button. If you haven't hit the like button, yeah, make sure y'all hit the like button. Okay, this is when he was arrested. Okay, if you look at McCritter eyes and stuff, like I said, a lot of these little dudes and stuff be already on.
Also, police are looking for the person who shot and killed a man in North Memphis. It happened on Wells Avenue near Trinity CME Church. Memphis police say that this shooting happened on Wednesday, but they haven't identified the victim or the shooter at this time. Now, while investigating that shooting on Wells, police were called to another shooting nearby at the intersection of Marple Avenue and Tully. That's where officers found another man dead at the scene. 3 people are detained for this shooting. Man dead at the scene. 3 people are detained for this.
The sad thing about it, you guys, is that, and I hate to, I kind of want to, I hate to say something before that somebody tells me before they say it's okay for me to say it. Okay. I kind of hate to say it before they tell me it's okay for me to say it. I've been watching this guy. I found out the name and channel but he said he making a bid on Young Dolph's video on what really happened at the cookie shop. Is that true? I haven't heard that. I hadn't heard that until it must be what somebody else was talking about earlier. Who's making a bid? Are they saying is it who's making a bid on the video? Are they talking about the video where Young Dolph was assassinated? That what happened at the cookie shop, is that true? Oh Lord. Orange Mountain Quet was connected with Raven. I heard that from a very credible source, no cap. I like this video. Thank you. According to Hawaii crime stats, the chances of someone being a victim of a violent crime. How you doing, Cal?
Hey, good evening, good afternoon again. How's it going?
I'm good. How about yourself?
Everything's all right. Just chilling before I get ready to go to work. But
Okay, you want to weigh in on this subject?
yeah, absolutely. It's just a repeating process, and it's very unfortunate because it just adds to what's already going on. And with any city or state with this kind of behavior that our people implement in the neighborhoods and areas that we live in. I could only think of one quote that I could apply to this if it would make any sense out of it. I was brought up in church, and there's a phrase that the pastor always used. He said, "Vengeance is mine, says the Lord." Okay. And when I look at stuff like this and I hear about it, even with the cases of Young Dolph and even Gangsta Boo as of recently, the devil is walking to and fro all around this world. And whoever he can get some little bit of control of, he can use them for a very demonic purpose. And everything we see is getting to that state, just random shootings, random people. In New York, a 14-year-old boy walking out of his apartment complex was gunned down for no reason. And I often ask myself, what is wrong with these people? But it's not what's wrong with them. It's what they allow to control them.
Right.
What they allow to lead them into these type of situations. And it's going to take, they say it's the community takes the community to raise a child. It's going to take the world to stop this. And it's not going to never stop because we're not looking at each other as equal, as human beings, as brothers and sisters. We looking at each other as money or opportunity or come up. We have all the wrong ideas in mind when it comes to our people. Just every day you wake up and turn on the news, you want to turn it off. Because the very first thing you hear is something like this. And it's crazy. Even in Memphis. I'm from St. Louis, Missouri. I was born and raised there. And I call us the brother or sister of Chicago, because St. Louis is just like Chicago in a lot of aspects. And it's not to praise it, it's just to bring awareness, like, hey, it is rough, it is bad. It ain't got to its worst point yet. You think it has, but this is just the tip of the iceberg. And if we don't come together and if we don't check on one another and mentally be there for people, this is what we're going to have to endure. And this is not what we was born to endure. We weren't born to go through this type of stuff. We was born to overcome and reach our full potential and be united as people and coexist. But nowadays, it seems like
So,
that's
are you familiar? Are you familiar with the Young Dogs case?
yes, I am. Rest in
So
peace,
why do
Young Dog.
you? So why do you think that crime is? They cannot get it under control since Young Dolph's assassination. Why do you think even the police can't get this under control?
You know what? I'm gonna say it like this. Uh, there are certain people in this world who are very well respected by everybody, and that's because of a demeanor that you carry yourself with, and even comparing it to the case of Takeoff. Love that man. Never met him. Never been to Amigos concert. Truly love that man, like he was my brother. And it's that love that allows you to do certain things that you wouldn't do in any other case. And this is strictly the pain of losing young Dolph and the love for this man so much that you gonna try to do something to justify or give you that feeling of some type of closure or relief. You know, revenge killings, or as they say, rolling down on the ops or finding out something to do with it and killing their family. It doesn't bring him back. It doesn't create any Dumb and Dumber 3 albums with him and Key Glock. Young Dolph is gone.
Yeah.
And it's not, you're not helping the situation. If anything, you should be like, hey man, look, if Young Dolph was a top tier, genuine type of person that tried to help his city and they killed him in this city,
right,
you can have nothing and they'll do you the same way.
absolutely.
So when is it gonna stop? Is it gonna take another celebrity, which we are constantly seeing, unfortunately, to lose their life and everybody give them, oh man, that's messed up, it's getting bad out? No, it's been bad out here. It's been this way. And the problem is we accept it like it's something that happens every day. And it's something that could be avoided. If we actually love each other and care about each other like we say we do, we wouldn't be saying rest in peace to a lot of these people. We would be there telling them, hey, watch your surroundings, man. Hey, check this out. You don't need to be over there. It's a lot going on. You would let them know. You would have their back. But now people just want to raise their fists in the air while they with you and hold your casket while it's getting lowered in the ground. That's their job nowadays. And to say they held you down. It's crazy, you know, and I think people feeling that. This man's been gone for 2 years almost. And people are still hurting. He had love, you know. Your nephew unfortunately was a victim of gun violence. People still loved him. They still cared about him. They still repping him. And it's a lot of people who did that. In the case of Michael Jackson's, Whitney Houston's, all these people that we kind of admired and grew to love and genuinely love them, not for what they do or what they have, but for the type of person that they are. And to see that happen to them, it's not right. And until we have justice, we're going to create our own.
Right.
And, you know, everything right now is frontier justice. People just, all right, you know what? You killed my partner, we finna come kill your mama. And that's sad because there's somebody else who's gonna feel the same way you feel. And then they gotta make one of your family members feel the same way they feel. And the cycle continues. And we ain't trying to stop it.
Right. Well, I appreciate you for coming up. That you know, good insight. I appreciate that so much.
Absolutely, absolutely. We just need to stop all this and just come together as people, you know, and maybe we can have a chance to fight against this, because we fighting against spirits. We ain't fighting people. these are spirits that are inside of these people that's controlling them. And unless you have God in your heart first, and you have a genuine love for everybody, we just gonna be in the same scenario. It's like a never-ending battle. So
Absolutely.
I pray that we come together and we do the best that we can while we can, because there's not that much time left. Not at
That's
all.
true. That's true.
Well, I
Well, thank
appreciate
you
you.
for coming up, Mr. Cal. You always come up with wisdom. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Anytime. You have a
Uh,
good rest of the day.
you too.
All right.
Bye-bye. Shout out to Mr. Cal. I pulled up that is McCritter. And I always get extremely interested, especially when there is a war going on. And I'm hearing that there has always been a war going on quite a bit, from the past, even, I guess before McCritter got pulled into it, there was a war going on with his people and Yo Gotti and them, right? And I'm looking at where he's housed at, and he's housed down in lower level B. So he would be in extremely close proximity to like Orange Mound, Quit, and all of them. One thing, which I mean, he got bigger fish to fry, right? He got other things to worry about. But I find that interesting, right? McCritter is supposed to be on the 4th floor, but maybe they're gonna work him on up there. But I went to his paperwork. And here's this affidavit. It says on December 21st, 2020, Memphis police responded to a shooting call at 6600 Wales Avenue. And upon making the scene, an unresponsive male was located in the vacant lot. Fire department paramedics made the scene, and the male was pronounced deceased with several gun wounds. The male was later identified as Markeith Taylor. Crime scene tape restricted the area, and a shooting restricted the area, and a large crowd gathered in the area. Investigators located a witness that advised that they were on the vacant lot at the time of the shooting and observed 4 males occupying an SUV stop on Wells Avenue and pull off. The SUV returned to the area a short time later and stopped again at the vacant lot. Am I reading it? Let's see. The 4 males exited the SUV, and a subject later identified as Daniel Bates called to victim Markeith Taylor to get out of his van and come to them. Victim Taylor obliged. The 4 males approached victim Taylor, and all 4 subjects brandished handguns. One male, later identified as Gary Taylor, fired several shots, striking victim Taylor. Gary Taylor continued firing shots at victim Taylor after he was down. The 4 males then left the scene in the SUV. The witness advised that Daniel Bates is also known in the area as Matt Critter or Critter and is a known gang member. The witness positively identified Daniel Bates in a 6-person photo lineup as being the person who called to the victim to exit the van, and as one of the subjects armed with a handgun that stood over the victim during the shooting. The full name of the witness is available as needed. However, due to concern for the safety of the witness, the full name is being withheld from the affidavit. The name is available upon request from the magistrate. Okay. So it was him, and let's see. Let me see. Markeith Taylor is the victim. Hold on, you guys. I'm trying to do something. I'm kind of interested in this. And so of course that's his warrant, and they got the warrant signed on the 2nd day of January. Okay, but I'm trying to hold on if I can get to it. Okay, let's see, 1989, 1977. I think I found the victim. I'm not sure, but I think I have. I think I found the victim right here. And let's see. Looks like the victim would have had to be back in court on the 23rd of this month, but I think this is him, Markeith Taylor. The victim. I think this is him because it's two of them, but I think it's the one that was born in 89 instead of 77. And he seems to have he has a history too, and of course, he got misdemeanors too. And it looks like his address would be around that area, close proximity of where the shooting happened at. So I'm gonna just step out on a limb and say, because there's two of them in there, that is probably him. I was kind of wanting to see his history, but it's so long, I'm not gonna go through all that of him being in and out of jail. But just based on his address is that address that they were showing is in close proximity to where the shooting actually happened at, right? Tamara, I saw a really good video the other day where the creator shouted you out and gave you credit. Oh, really? Who was it, J. Clyde? Because, they rarely do that. Okay. But I guess one of the I really hope that it stops. But because, Matt Critter, and I'm not saying Matt Critter is innocent, because I heard some stuff about Matt Critter. They were saying that another Future or somebody had wanted to sign Matt Critter, but Future kind of had to pass on him. Okay. It was Bass. Thank you, she will. But Future they say Future had to pass on him because, Matt Critter allegedly, was even he wanted to sign him, but Matt Critter was off the chain. They said Future begged him, please don't come down here robbing my folks in the studio. But they say that he had just that real hood mentality. We saw when he got mad how he just how emotionally Miss T Tap is always shouting you out. Oh yeah, shout out to Double. I love Double Tap. I'm not saying that he's innocent. I mean, he's been charged with murder, but to some people, it seems that even though because of what was going on, this young Dow situation, some people was also egging him on to kind of kick the beef up, because as I said, as more come out, people are getting angry. And I just think that some of these OGs getting angry and angry. And I just think that some of these OGs need to be level-headed and at least try and talk to these young dudes about being more level-headed with what's, because it's pretty bad, And I'm not saying that Pre is involved, because I think that Pre has been doing a very good job about, now look, people gonna get mad, and she is just partial to Pre. Of course I am. I don't hide it. Of course I am. I'm very partial to Pre and to Young Dolph, because what happened to Young Dolph, don't get me upset and get started, because people will send me emails and stuff all the time. I be looking at them. I don't respond to them. They send me emails and stuff all the time talking about, they think that I'm partial to Young Dolph. Of course I'm partial to Young Dolph. I thought that I had put that into the atmosphere, because what happened to Young Dolph was wrong. Y'all, I'm about to get upset. I be trying to control my anger, because y'all know that when I start talking about this Young Dolph's case, I get extremely mad, because what they did to Young Dolph, they did not have to do. And now look at what is happening. The streets of Memphis is absolutely on fire. The streets of Memphis is on fire. And a lot of these young dudes are losing their lives. It goes back to what my grandfather used to always say. Old men start wars that young men go off and die about. And what's happening is these old niggas got all of this beef going on. And a lot of these young guys are losing their lives. And it's sad on so many levels, because they're egging them on to get into these beefs and to keep it going instead of putting a halt on it. Now, some of these people, okay? Kenny said, calm down. Some of these people that started this stuff, when they drew blood first, when they killed Young Dolph, it's still, now it shocks me, the mindset of people that they feel like they are supposed to be able to kill somebody and get away with it. They're mad because people are hurt and they are striking back. Okay? I don't like to see anybody lose their life. So as a result, they going and getting more people, even though they're seeing folks arrested. They seeing them arrested every single day. Oh, they're going to see some more arrested. But I guess it ain't going to stop until, hold on, y'all. Hold on. Y'all, hold on. Okay. But I guess it's not going to stop until the OGs that's actually, giving these young dudes the money to go and go and commit these hits. I guess it's not going to stop until they finally, indicted. Okay, because it's easy for them to send these dudes out to go and do these hits when they feel like that they can hide behind these young dudes. I'm talking about these OGs. Okay. It's easy for them to put a battery in these little young dudes' backs that's already out there in the street and things of that nature. Okay. They're hungry. They're starving. They want to have something. They don't understand that that's not the way you get it. Okay. He said, when I get mad, South Memphis come out. I'm South Memphis all day. Okay. I grew up in South Memphis. Okay. I love South. I ride through South Memphis. I was in, I had to ride. I was in Orange Mound the other day, and I took a video of a billboard that they just put up about Dolph. I had to go on a case in Orange Mound. Okay. But these OGs are manipulating our youth, and it's wrong on so many levels. And so when people say, well, Tam, it's not right to want people to go to jail. But at this point, you guys, when you have folks that's ruining the community, when they're ruining our community, they know exactly what they're doing. If you got money to give these dudes to go and commit hits, that means you got money to waste. Why don't you making it at an incentive if they go and do something productive to try and help to better the quality of their life? Okay? If they try and go and help themselves, you give them an incentive. Instead, they flat out giving these little dudes pennies on the dollar. And I thought that, and a lot of people thought that it would have stopped these hits, these folks paying for these hits and shit when all these, these arrests and stuff then been made. And a lot of these folks know they're going to jail, and they know some of the folks around them going to jail. And they still sending hits. These folks is still sending hits. Even with they sending these little dudes out, just like the FBI ain't watching them. That's how I know they don't care nothing about these little dudes. That's why I say we have to be very meticulous about who we support. We have to be very meticulous about who we support, because we're dealing with a different type of animal. When you came up in an era in the 80s, and that was a different era. Some of them older than that. And they feel like because they got the money, they sending out somebody's child to crash out. And it's wrong on so many levels. They still doing it. So that's why I say, indictments, we have to pray for speedy indictments, because a lot of times things don't get better until terrorists are off of the street, whoever that is. Okay? Whoever that is. They are pushing this war in Memphis, a lot of them, because they're mad, some of them, because they know that they are getting ready to go to jail. Okay? That's what a lot of this is. And so they continuously put the battery in a lot of these emotionally unstable young dudes' backs. Oh, we got to represent our set. We got to do this, this, and that. And I have to say, even with what happened to Young Dolph, because Young Dolph dudes knew exactly what happened to him. A lot of people wanted Key Glock. I'm going to tell you what happened with Key Glock. When Young Dolph was killed, their intentions was also to kill Key Glock. They wanted to get him gone immediately. They started hiring vloggers to come at him. I was even attacked because I wouldn't attack him. Okay. I was attacked because I wouldn't attack him. I knew exactly what was going on from the very beginning. It was vloggers hired by the same people that put the hit on Young Dolph. This ain't no theory. When I say something, this is the damn truth. Okay. It was vloggers put here to do nothing but to destroy Young Dolph's legacy and to witness tamper. That's factual. Okay. And y'all probably going to start seeing who they are when their ass is indicted for their witness tampering. Because even when you think you've gotten away with something, you haven't. Okay. But they immediately started trying to go at Key Glock. They wanted to lure him in. Key Glock was in a depression. I can't understand how a bunch of, y'all. See, I be trying to be good. Lord, please, because I'm ready to start cussing. And I said I wasn't going to cuss because maybe I should not touch on that subject, because I get real mad when I start thinking about what these people was doing. And they was constantly trying to promote violence in the Memphis community. I grew up in Memphis. It makes me mad. I grew up in South Memphis. And there's a lot of people left behind. South Memphis was impoverished when I was growing up in South Memphis. It was impoverished then. It was just a different time. So now these people are really hurting. We in a way different time now where people are starving. You Negroes, okay? You Negroes come up off of the backs of the people in Memphis, okay? Look, they got their vloggers, they got their people on the internet sending in these spam. Monica, y'all make sure y'all get that. When that spam coming here because they mad at me, block them. Okay? They trying to spam me now. I ain't seen a spam, and I don't know when. They mad as hell at me. Okay, but they wanted to, my pastor be getting on here. That's the reason I be trying to control my cuss words. My mama done be jumping on here sometimes too. I don't cuss in front of my mama them, but it comes up. Okay, I don't cuss in front of grown people. I still call them the grown people, right? And so, they wanted to go at Key Glock so bad, okay, because Key Glock. Not only did they get Dolph, they killed Dolph. He was the visionary. Key Glock left behind. He was the threat. So they wanted to try and lure him. How come Key Glock ain't busting back on Dolph? All of the Key Glock and them had a feeling, if nothing else. They probably flat out knew, especially I know they know now the direction that it came from, but they just heinously gunned him down like that. It shocks everybody, sends everybody into a depression. I mean, whoever could be touched, because I'm gonna tell you something, these niggas that was involved, especially in funding this, they started hauling ass. They got straight dropping them very early on. People act like they forgot about that. Straight dropping them were indicted very early on. Okay? They already had witnesses that was talking. Key Glock was in a depression. They saw when people were saying in the beginning, how come Key Glock so quiet? Key Glock so quiet. Okay. Do my moms got their sticks on? If my mom sticks on, if they come in here trolling, block their asses. I'm not gonna fool with them because they be getting mad at me, okay? Because I be telling the truth on them. So when Key Glock was not saying nothing, okay, when he wasn't saying anything, they was saying Key Glock quiet because he's guilty of Young Dolph's assassination. That's what they was paying people and putting into the atmosphere. Okay. So they started saying that. So Key Glock came, he started slowly putting out stuff. He did Proud. Okay. It blew up. He started coming back around again. Then folks were saying, well, he ain't when it did nothing. When the truth of the matter is, we don't know what Key Glock and them has done. Okay. We don't know what all of these killings that went on after Young Dolph was killed. Young Dolph had a lot of fans. People get mad at me because they want to say, well, then, when they found out, after we told them that all of these killings was going on, they said, well, how come you don't get on your show and say Key Glock and them did it? I'd be a damn fool to say, I don't believe Key Glock and them did that. I believe, maybe some of Young Dolph's fans were the ones that went and retaliated. Okay. People that we don't know, that I don't know. Okay. He has just dropped that Channel 5. Okay. So, they was mad about that. So then an atmosphere was being created for either Key Glock to lose his life, because Key Glock was a target too. Yeah. Soldier Boy got on his page again. Okay. And said, do y'all remember what happened the first time? Y'all have to be real careful now when these people get high and put stuff into the atmosphere. Soldier Boy has been quiet a little lately, I reckon. But Soldier Boy stay full of lean. And he said, y'all remember, he was still at Key Glock. Remember, we can't forget about the man put bag on top of his head. And then a few days later, Young Dolph was killed, right? Let's not forget about that. And, I'm hearing that, Soldier Boy had been walking around in North Memphis, allegedly with Big Juke them sometime before. Everybody can't walk in North Memphis because I don't fool around in North. I never fooled around in North Memphis like that. I will go over that way, but I was from South Memphis, so I stayed on the south side. Okay. So we'll never forget that Soldier Boy, okay, got mad and said, you know, and I mean he was mad as hell too. And it was just some trolls in his comments saying he was trying to be like Key Glock. And he said, I ain't trying to be like no nigga. Don't come in here with that shit. Then don't come in here playing with me. Didn't y'all learn from the first time? Okay. I don't think that was coincidental. Watch these dudes when they get high and they blurt stuff out. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, watch it. And it happens quite a bit. Okay. What was shortly after we started seeing Soulja Boy hanging out with Yo Gotti? He was performed at a birthday party for Yo Gotti's son or something. Okay. But they wanted Key Glock because Key Glock represented, we saw him, even though Jay Fizzle and them was up under Dolph too. Jay Fizzle is his cousin. I think Jay Fizzle was one of his first artists. Key Glock started taking off. You know, a lot of people was looking to him to carry on Young Dolph's legacy. Okay. And they really started paying attention to Key Glock, right? So people was trying to, as he said, trick him out of his position because they wanted to kill him too. They was mad at Key Glock because I'm hearing there are some things that happened behind the scene before all this Young Dolph stuff. All this stuff happened to Young Dolph. Okay. And the altercation I'm hearing was with Key Glock. So, you know, hey, Key Glock is still representing independence. He's still a young man. Okay, he's blowing up, even though he's independent. He's still on a mainstream level being independent. Okay. So they wanted to kill him, and they hired vloggers out the damn frame to attack anybody that dare went against their agenda. Okay. Y'all, if y'all see my hold on, y'all. If I freeze up, just know if I freeze up, then I'm gonna come back in. If you see, because they putting some type of system on here, or they don't put it on here, and they're gonna have to go back in because it's freezing me up too much to catch these damn hackers. All them need to go to jail or hell. He still reps pre. So they was basically trying to trick Key Glock out of his position, you guys. And they had wanted to kill Key Glock. And it's a damn shame. It goes back to what I was saying. There's a lot of talent in Memphis. There is a lot of talent in Memphis. It didn't start with Young Dolph. It didn't start with Yo Gotti. It didn't start with them. If there was artists that was out way before, you know, they ever came out in Memphis. Memphis was, you know, a lot of Memphis artists was putting a lot of trends and stuff on the map. Okay. And so when people sit up and say, well, you know, God in there was saying Dolph was arrogant and he didn't like to pay homage to this, and that. I didn't see Yo God in them paying homage to nobody. I saw Dolph giving people their props who messed with him because a lot of people tried to blackball Young Dolph because they was jealous of him. That's all. And so when people say, well, you know, Young Dolph didn't have to say this, and that, Young Dolph could have said any damn thing he wanted to. He could have said, yo, daddy, kiss my ass, whatever he wanted to say. It does not give a man a right to put a hit out on him, whoever did it. And so now, whoever it was that put the hit out on him, these same damn people are continuing this bloodshed in Memphis and ain't got no damn qualms about doing it. They're helping to promote this stuff because, number one, some of these folks are mad because they feel like people took Young Dolph's sides. You sick fuck ass motherfuckers. You niggas think that somebody is going to be neutral and somebody lost their damn life? Young Dolph lost his life. So righteous people ain't gonna be neutral. Okay, I'm not. I don't really play neutral in stuff, anyways. I don't. It's either right or wrong. Sometimes I'll say I'm gonna stand this one out. It depends on a situation. But in a situation like this, you got to be right or nothing. You either right or you wrong. It ain't no neutral in this situation. Young Dolph lost his life. And now these niggas are continuing on by taking out a whole damn generation. You fuck niggas. I tried to be good, y'all. It's coming up. Because I'm born and bred in Memphis, you motherfuckers. That's my motherfucking city. And I'm seeing these young dudes lose their lives, and we got dudes that we have to put on the damn map. We supported them. We help to put them on the map. And they get rich and they send destruction back. They send destruction back to the inner cities, and they know how poor the hoods is. South Memphis and North Memphis is way poorer than it was when we was growing up, and we was poor. Okay? We was poor. And so they have the nerve to get mad at me because I'm passionate about it. I'm passionate about my hoods, Jeff Lee. I'm sorry, I just am. Okay? Ain't nobody trying to end it. Everybody talking about I'm play neutral. Instead of calling these Negroes to the carpet on what they did to young Dolph, instead, when they see him, they put him in a high place. Like God, they got, ooh, don't you know I had met it, did Gotti? Did you talk to Gotti about he grew up in the inner hood? He grew up in North Memphis. Gotti ass grew up poor. Did you talk to him about these beefs? He got some influence. Nigga, you came up off the back of Memphis. That's the reason why I'm hard on his ass. Gotti thinks he don't owe Memphis shit. And folks be kissing his ass. He don't even like Memphis. He'll say Memphis ain't help him do nothing. When it was the Memphians that got out and went and washed his ass in them damn hole in the wall clubs. I had cousins that you know hung out with God in them when he was coming up, when he was trying to get his foot in. Okay. So he came up. Memphis was proud of him. Even when Gotti and Dolph was going back and forth with each other. People get mad at me when I say this, okay? People get mad at me when I say this, okay? Well, you know, we should have chose Dolph. And I mean that. Well, why you say that? That ain't right. I had some people in my comments that was very emotional. I said we should have chose him. We should have chose his life. Because when them niggas was trying to kill him in 2017, we still didn't choose. We knew where it came from. And this goes right in with my damn subject. Okay? The bloodbath in the streets of Memphis. We knew where it came from, but we passively allowed it to happen. We still supported both of them because I used to listen to Yo Gotti's music. I love that song, 5 Star Chick. You know that's old. People still did not choose because regardless to what they say, Memphis was still proud of 2 Memphians when we should have chose. Gotti, if anything happens to Dolph, your career is over. That's what we should have did, but we did not do that. So when I say we should have chose Dolph, that's what we should have chosen him because you don't shoot at people unless you want to kill them. Since when did people get so emotional in rap that they start killing another person when they get mad at them. If you don't want nobody talking about you when battle rapping, that's how rap started. All that battle rapping, who was witty? Who had the biggest comeback? Who gonna talk about whose mama the best? And now you niggas too sensitive? You don't need to be in the music industry. You a sissy. She said that's a derogatory word. It ain't no derogatory word to me because sissy means sister. That's what the dudes would say, you know, you a sissy. That means you is my little sister. Short for sister. They acting like little girls. What's the difference? When I say sissy, I'm not talking about nobody's preference. I'm just talking about they acting like a bunch of damn girls. You don't want nobody talking about you, so I'm going to kill you. So what we got to do is we can't support you. We can't support you. If Dolph end up dead, your career is dead, nigga. But we didn't do that. We still didn't choose. And these niggas got the nerve to be mad now that people choose him because this man had kids that loved him to death that I'm sure is in counseling because they old enough to understand the effect that their dad had on their life. And when it's all said and done, they killed Dolph because they was jealous of him. I wouldn't give a damn what nobody outside of Memphis said. Everybody in Memphis know what it was about. They was mad at him because they was jealous of him. Whoever. So when niggas get that sensitive, that means that they can't have no career. Okay? They can't have no career in rap. Okay? So then after they kill him, they still putting into the atmosphere that you can assassinate somebody. And all these little dudes that ain't got nobody at home to rear them right, already emotionally unstable. We saw how little critter, what was his name? Little critter, the one that was just arrested, little critter. He was hurt, but we saw how emotionally unstable he became when he got mad, right? Right? I wanna body somebody. He was hurt about what had just happened to his people. Little Matt Critter, that's his name. So we got dudes like that. Matt Critter was born in 1997, which means he's probably about 25 years old. Okay. So he's our emotional instability. So when they assassinate Dolph, they want to go on their Instagrams, and they thought that they was going to be able to put fear into the atmosphere. They wanted to use the energy and the power we gave them as people because we the ones that helped to make these motherfuckers rich. They wanted to use that to put fear back into the neighborhoods that helped to make them rich. Because wasn't nobody in the rich neighborhoods listening to their asses. They got rich off of the poor people that could identify with what they was talking about because they came out of the same hoods, you fuck niggas. Okay? So they killed Dolph, and they wanted to be able to get on their Instagrams and do videos letting people know I killed him. Yeah, we killed him, and we laughing about it. Now what y'all gonna do about it? You teaching these young dudes that's buying your music, whoever it was, that is okay. That's the energy that you are putting into the atmosphere. And now they're mad, some of these folks, because the FBI ain't playing with their asses. And the FBI ain't playing with them. They mad because there are people that knew what happened that worked with the police department and the FBI from day one because they sick of it. They mad because they didn't know how close the FBI was on their asses. They felt like they were supposed to be able to kill him and do it in peace and kill anybody that dare said anything. This is the energy that a lot of these so-called OGs have put into the atmosphere. And that's one of the reasons why the war in Memphis is uncontrollable, because a lot of these damn OGs is wrong as hell. And those that's doing this, because a lot of them have gotten quiet. And they just sending these little dudes out to go out and do anything. You look, little nigga, you go do it. Little nigga, you go do that. They got them on go. You do that, I'm gonna take care of you. Oh, you already know I got you if you do that. They ain't making it back home. And even if they make it back home, they ain't making it through the year. Because they're being retaliated against, or they lucky if the police get them before they are retaliated against. Okay, and then they're gonna spend the rest of their lives in jail. That's not a way to live, in a cage, and you 23, 24, 25 years old, and these OGs ain't got no problem with that. They ain't got no problem with it. So since the assassination of young Dolph, people that love him, it's starting to come out more what happened, who was involved. And it's a lot of people hurt and angry, even more so, because a lot of people already knew. That's the reason why it was a World War III. They knew it was Trula Mafia. In the very beginning, they didn't know. They had speculation of who was behind it with Trula Mafia. Okay? And there's evidence of that, because look at who is in jail. Some of the people that was in Trula Mafia. That's why I say when everything finally comes out, it's going to really be an earthquake. And it's always the little dudes, these little gangs, like Trula Mafia, like all of these other little gangs, RRR, and some of these folks. It's always them that becomes the fall guys. And that's what they don't understand, when these folks are paying them to do hits. And a lot of people say, well, aren't you supposed to be mad at them? I am mad at whoever go and do a hit. But I'm always madder at the people that pay for the hits, because they are truly the terrorists in the Black community. They are. Now they, dropped all kinds of drugs off in our communities. So you got so many of these young dudes and these girls on pills so bad, it just don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. So their thinking is already altered. Their thinking is already altered. And instead of going back to the hoods to help to make these dudes rich, to try and make the hoods better, they going back and destroying the hoods, even though they spent many a days praying to get up out of the hoods. And they know what it's like. They go back to destroy it. I don't have no problem with people just saying, well, look, I can respect you better if you say, I ain't gonna help and I ain't gonna hurt it. Okay, well, you just stay away. Well, I'm gonna just stay away. I ain't gonna help or hurt. I could deal with that better. But a lot of these people is just sending destruction back. They're putting batteries in the backs of a lot of these young dudes. Okay? And they're sending them out to consistently beef. When if some of these people, the OGs that they say they are, since they making so much money, God, it was sitting up on his page. And a lot of people say to me, well, I have a few people, not a lot. Some of his people get on my page and say, well, you awful hard on God, and you damn right I'm hard on God. And I'm very hard on him, because God, he knows better. Gotti knows better. Gotti could have put a lid on this a long time ago, but he would not do it because he was too emotional. And now it is out. It has gotten, the ultimate has happened. Young Dolph lost his life. Am I saying that he was involved? I'm not saying that. Do I believe he knew it was going to happen? You damn right I believe he knew it. And that is in my opinion. I believe he knew it. And he had the power to stop it. That's the reason why he could get on his Instagram or Twitter or whatever at one point when the heat started getting too hot, and say, y'all keep my name out of that shit. He could get on his social medias and say, keep my name out of it. Okay? Because I believe he knew it was going to happen if he wasn't involved. And he didn't try to stop it because it would be beneficial to him for young Dolph not to be here. That's why I kept saying in my other post, God says, when I get you back, you're going to see me get them. When God says, when I get them back for what they did to you, you're going to see me get them back. So he gets on his Instagram and starts screaming on every rooftop, get your money. It's out here. It's out here. Stop hating. Nigga, you was hating on Young Dolph. Young Dolph was out here getting his money. He had gotten it. Even when you was paying folks to not play his records and stuff. See, a lot of people don't know the backstory of why Dolph had people talk about, well, he shouldn't have said that in his record. They don't know what them folks was doing to Dolph behind the scene. Dolph is a Leo like me. When there has been a crime committed against me, I screams on every rooftop. I'm not going to hold it. I want everybody to know. You do stuff behind the scenes and then you got the nerve to be quiet. Like what's going on right now? Okay. And then Young Dolph talk about it in his music, but he might not necessarily be saying verbatim what's going on. It's just that his frustration comes out. But they was mad. They couldn't hold him down. He had too much money. Okay, so even if you don't, you do this, I got enough money to go do it another way. He had enough money to do that. Okay. And because of all of this stuff that has gone on for some years, when there should have been a lid put on it a long time ago, before 2017. I'll say before 2017, because once you start shooting at people and you actually shoot somebody, y'all didn't expect for Dolph to mean nothing with Gotti, did y'all? Even if Gotti wasn't involved with that, it appears to me from what we saw on the news, whoever it was that shot him, it came from Gotti's camp. So we would have to believe and hold Gotti responsible for that, right? These were his people, so we hold him responsible. Okay. He says, Govan is a known snitch. He will tell. Because, the word on the street is that he didn't get all his payment. But, that could be a lie. They just, he might have just been telling straight drop that. Okay, Kimberly, thanks for coming in. Okay. But this bloodbath has to stop, it's a damn shame. And I would say, well, a group of people can't do it. God and them they can't do it by themselves, but this stuff is coming. A lot of these little dudes that's out here doing a lot of this stuff, I've seen them around them. How come he can't put a lid on it? How come he can't tell some of these dudes that he got signed to put a lid on they little dudes. It's a damn shame that these little dudes want to be affiliated with something so bad that, well, you know, I'm signed to such and such. They go and they sign to some of these little labels that might be up under CMG or up under some of these other labels, and they just want to belong and be affiliated with something so bad. All there is a sign. They ain't making no music or money. And what they do is that's a strategy to sign some of these young dudes to make them feel like they belong. Give them a chain. Why in the hell you going buying them chains and they living in South Memphis or in North Memphis? How come you ain't buying them a damn house? And I'm not talking about buying them a house and putting them in your damn name. Buy him a house and put it in his name or his mama name. How about that? But they don't do that. They go get them a chain and say, we repping this, you on this label, we repping this right here. And these little dudes are ruining their lives. That's a way that they are baiting them into going and doing their dirty work, okay? That's exactly what they're doing. They was trying to blackball him, but Dolph Wade was too right. They know they was trying to blackball Dolph. They was paying DJs and stuff not to play his music. Come on now, everybody knows that. A lot of frustration came out, you know, and it's one thing because I'm hearing that, you know, that 3-6 Mafia allegedly did it to Gotti. Okay, so Gotti, that's probably where he got it from, but he knew what it felt like to be blackballed. But it's a damn shame when you spend your energy trying to blackball somebody and they got too much money. It frustrates you for you to blackball them because Dolph had enough money to pay for what he wanted to. One thing we know about folks now, they don't turn down no damn money. Right? But even still, it never should have ever gotten to the point where people were shooting, being shot, or losing their lives. And a lot of these people still think that they're right in what they're doing and the atmosphere that they have created. They got these young dudes out here feeling like they're supposed to fight their battles instead of telling them, young dude, I love you for real. I don't want to see you hurt. I'm going to put you up on something for real, for real. I'm going to teach you how to get some money, but you got to get your mind right. You got to make a choice. You want this street shit or you want this money. They claim they're getting money out of both pants legs. That's what they claim. So how come they ain't teaching they little dudes how to get some real money? Why aren't they? Instead, it ought to be an insult to these little dudes, but they don't know no better for somebody to pay you to be their hitman. Yeah, I agree, Tanya. And y'all, it keeps getting worse and worse and worse. And once you start talking to people, especially people that's out there in the street, and you go, wait a minute, what is all of this about? Like, why is all this killing going on? It always leads back to some type of beef, right? That's been going on, that has really been kicked up since this situation with young Dolph has happened. Okay. And I think it's a darn shame. Thank you, New Era. Just a few coins, T, because you never hassle us. Thank you, New Era. Thank you so much for the $2 super sticker. Monica says Angela is paid promotion for Gotti. Uptown Salsa says, I hope Angela Simmons finds out the information that needs to be found and Waterhead goes to jail. So when you're these young dudes, and I have a heart for these young dudes. I'm talking about in their early 20s, their teens and early 20s. I know they ain't innocent because they got a lot of them ain't been taught nothing at home. And then they got a lot of OGs that don't give a damn about them, that's sending them out to die, starting wars and sending them out to die. Because these young dudes got to understand, when you go and commit a hit, word travels fast. You can expect retaliation. And even if there is no retaliation, you have still messed your life off, because folks telling. These folks, so people so tired of what's going on in Memphis. Folks ain't holding their tongue. They telling. Because they ain't got nothing to lose at this point. So you 22, 23 years old, and you got to go spend 60 years in prison. That's a long damn time. To let somebody send you out to do some dirty work, and by the time you get out, if you make it out alive, whoever it was that sent you out, or you went and did that hit for dead and rotten, because they ass is old anyway. 60 years is a long time. A lot of these bitches, Lord forgive me, it just came up. It makes me mad. Already in their late 40s and 50s, 40s, 30s, late 30s. And they putting batteries in these little dudes' backs instead of helping to get them some counseling and psychological help. But it benefits them for them to be on drugs and for them to have the mentality that they have. Because for some reason, folks are getting ready to lose whatever wealth that they've worked for, because they want to create fear into the atmosphere. They want to put fear into the atmosphere. That's what they want to do. Some people just want folks to be fearful of them. Okay? And that's all just an illusion. And they'll figure that out one day. That's why she's as happy as she's ever been. She is in a paid relationship to help his image. Angela Green ass better not step foot in Memphis. She really not safe anywhere, but definitely not. His nose wide open so much, he pillow talking. He a sucker. Okay. It is a huge pause in life. You're absolutely right, Strings. It is. It is. Gotti is a liability for Jay-Z. Jay-Z close to Puff, and Puff close to Angela dad and uncle. I thought no respect for those so-called OGs that send these young men out. These folks are still paying folks to go commit hits. These people out of their damn minds. These little dudes, I keep reiterating, that's on these labels that's making traction. Okay? Trying to put a hit on somebody ain't the route to go. I'm telling you. It ain't. Most youngsters living in this gangster culture are suffering PTSD. Don't forget Desiree Perez. Jay-Z is a federal informant. Yeah, I'm getting ready to drop the link. Anybody that wants to come up could definitely come up. Anybody that wants to come up can come up. Oh, I wanted to. Let me see. Hold on, y'all. I wanted to see something. Let me see. Hold on, y'all. I'm pulling something up. Hey, Player Cole. What's going on?
What it do? You good?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm sitting here trying to, because you know, McCritter, when he was arrested, they arrested 3 more guys, right?
Yeah.
What I was trying to do was I wanted to see the ages of them. Um, let's see, one male later identified as Gary Taylor. Hey, Pied Piper. Pied Piper.
Hello?
Pied
Hey, how
Piper.
you doing?
Good. How about
Yeah, I can hear
yourself?
you. Can you hear me?
You can't hear
I'm
me?
doing good. Yeah, I can hear you. As long as you can hear me.
No, go out
Hello?
and come back in because we're getting an echo. So, Playerco, what you think about this situation with this McCritter situation?
It's fucked up. But I ain't surprised though. He was a loose cannon. You heard me. If you want to go down this way, it will go happen in another way. And I hate to say that, but you know, when he got signed, it should have been a little more. That's why I told y'all earlier, like Gucci just was really signing these dudes and really not knowing who and what he was signing to his label. Like, you know, I feel like he should have had a little more guidance. But I don't know what kind of talks Gucci had with him, but like it should have been some real grown man talking going on.
Mm-hmm. Do you think that he? Let's see. How you doing, Pied Piper? Pied Piper.
Well, hey, I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm good.
Oh, great. Just want to wish you a happy New Year. Hope you had a Merry Christmas and everything. I just came in on the live about 5 minutes ago. Sound like you were talking about Yo Gotti, but I don't know if I'm supposed to comment on that. What I'm supposed to comment about the subject matter or whatever. But I'm just, coming on to wish you a happy New Year and hope your New Year's going excellent so far.
It is. Thank you, Van.
Okay, that's you remember me, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Well, okay, that's all I got. Okay, have a blessed day.
All right.
Bye.
Thank you, hon.
All right, man.
Okay, so y'all, this is the other young man that was this is the other young man that was arrested with him, that was allegedly one of the shooters with McCritter.
Yeah.
He was born in 1996.
Yeah, I don't really like some little kids, really. Like, they grown, but like to me, they kids though. But they out here doing the dumb shit though, doing grown man things. So,
Wow. That's something. I think they got the name of another one too. Let's see, Gary Taylor. Let's see, Marquis Taylor was the victim. Daniel Bates. I think those were the only names that they identified. Yeah, those were the only names that I'm seeing, unless I'm overlooking it.
see, it's really like, I don't know, I can't really say too much about his situation, but like his OGs should have really been schooling him about what's going on. Cause like a lot of people don't know, he come from like a maze circle, like dude is over him. Them folks really get real street money. Like they been around him popping out on video. Like they should have been schooling him on like, the game and what he needs to be doing. Cause like this right here could open up a whole nother door with dude. And I wouldn't be surprised if that didn't happen.
Mm-hmm. You think somebody was? So I was going to say, do you think somebody was putting a battery in his back? I know you. You mess with Migos and Boogie, but you don't find
I
it
said this
strange.
before though. I said this before. Like really, I can speak about certain shit, but like the game politics on it, you know, I can't speak on that. But like somebody putting a bat on his back, yeah, like this been going on. Anybody that come from this side, just go happen with them like they already trying. We don't fuck with this side. This side consider the ops. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm. Well, you don't find it strange that when he went on his rant, he mentioned Migos and Big Boogie.
No, I ain't finding strange.
Mm.
Cause his OG go tell him pick him out and point him out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but why? But I guess what I'm trying to understand is, and I'm not trying to be accusatory. He had just lost two people that he cared about. Why would he call out, get mad, and go in on Big Boogie and Little Migos? I mean, especially in that time, you could tell that he was emotional and hurt. Why he picked those two? Why he say their names?
Well, with one of them, you know, word on the street is that, you know, one of his members was, you know, involved in it. They hadn't been confirmed. It just was like word on the street, so it could have been part of it. I really just can't say about that.
Because I mean,
One thing
I
about
listen
this
to what people
situation,
say, and for him to already be angry, he was hurt. He had two of his people, one of them, they was his relatives, right?
yeah.
They had just got
Now
killed out of all the damn
I'm
people
not
to
sure about the
mention
other.
and go in on why he bring up Lil Boogie and Migos.
It's a lot of shit behind it, you know. But one thing about it is gonna come out because, like I said, this shit finna open up a whole another door, and like people don't even know that. Once again, just by the people that he affiliated with, you know what I'm saying? Cause they was already kind of up under the radar, so you know, with so much shit going on, you know, these folks watching everything, like, and that what the OGs should be telling them, like, y'all just be really, you know, writing your own affidavit out with the Instagram posts, social media posts, and all that other shit. You know what I'm saying? That's all they be needing right there.
Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. If you haven't hit the like button, please hit the like button. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. Hit the subscription button.
If you ain't spent the cash, y'all make sure you send this the first of the month, so ain't no excuse. Everybody racked up and sacked up. Run some. No, I had to put that in there.
Thank you.
No problem.
Tanya says, I kind of thought that as well. You don't see much of her. Well, I wonder who they're talking about.
No, I was just gonna say what you talking about.
But yeah, you know, I found that weird that out of all the people, you know, to mention, he went in on Big Boogie and Little Migos.
And like, I can't speak on Migo, but like a lot of artists are trying to just call Big Boogie out. People be feeling like he ain't no street nigga, he ain't gonna shake nothing. So they'll just try to call him out, but like Big Boogie don't be worried about no beef. Like Brush strictly be on the bed, but like if you play with him though, it might not be him, but the niggas around him go smash and crazy.
I mean, I like Big Boogie.
Yeah.
You know, I do. I like him, but like I said, I just found it weird. I mean, you talking about somebody that's hurt. He was saying I don't think he was picking on them because they were the easiest to pick on.
Like I said, he could have felt the way about what they were talking about on the internet. Like, you know, I'm not sure about that, but like that's what word on the street was, you know.
Mm-hmm. Well, like I said, I just hope that these dudes, you know, understand that, you know, these hits and stuff is not going to be conducive to their careers.
And then like, you know, like Matt Critter, he had emotion there. Like, you know, I kind of feel like there really was some internet shit. Cause like he was saying he can't catch him in the city. Like Boogie been down, he been popping out. Like he know dude been popping out. Boogie been all in North Memphis, round the corner from where he be. So like, You know, like I feel if it were real smoke like that, you would have pulled up.
Mm-hmm. And nobody really knows why he was mad at them like that, right?
Nah.
Mm. It's interesting. Stop Killing says the only way this killing going to stop with all the gang members is in jail and dead. Yeah, but it needs to. I wish these young dudes would leave the gangs. I wish that they would, instead of feeling like they need to, because
They
it's
gotta wake up first. Like it's gonna be later on in life before they do it. Like if they get like while they young, they still go gang bang and do it. Like I was looking at a post Pretty Tony had put up, and he was like, "Man, back in the day, I used to be GD crazy." And he was like, "I ain't with none of that now." Like Pretty Tony and his future, like but they just gotta wake up. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't gonna be no time soon. And someone might wake up after they like if someone really on point and see that the game's really some bullshit like everything they should talk about, that ain't what's going on. They not helping the people out, they not helping the community out. Ain't no money, no box put up when you go to jail. Niggas forget about you, be your blood family that's gonna look out for you now. If they able to peep that out, they might fall back from the game. But too many of them ain't, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Well, New Era says it's not gonna stop. Yeah, I agree. Strings. I always say that it starts at home. Is the drug epidemic off of the chain in Memphis?
Yeah.
And it's got a lot to do with why so many OGs are able to send out these young dudes, because number one, their thinking is altered anyways. With all this lean, all these pills, all of this heroin and meth and stuff that they are consuming.
Man, these folks geeked up, no cap.
People love and miss Dolph and should have made her back off Gotti. Hey, new to you. Where the love at in the Black community. That's true. we do gotta love our communities back to life. But the thing about it is it's a lot of jealousy and hate and hurt in the Black community. Yep. First, we gotta try and habilitate and rehabilitate. And the reason I say habilitate, a lot of these people are not habilitated. So when they start talking about we're gonna rehab them, we're gonna send them to rehabs, they fail because what is it to rehabilitate? They never had nothing in their damn brain anyways. You see what I mean? So a lot of these people need to be taught something. They need to be taught. And you're right, it starts at home. But we looking at this in this era now, a lot of parents are really on drugs and stuff. Their thinking is altered. So a lot of these kids are left to raise themselves, or they look into the OGs and look at what the OGs doing. They sending them out to die.
Or the internet raised them.
Or the internet raised them. And that's why I say these rappers and stuff, that's the reason why I be on their asses and I talk about their asses like I do. Because they do have a responsibility to the communities that help them make them rich. When it's all said and done, whether it was the beef, whatever happened to young Dolph or any young man or woman that was killed, nobody had the right to kill them. Even with Orange Mountain Quest's daughter, whoever did that had no right to kill that young lady. That is a human life. What is going on with people? Okay. The tones used on the drill music along with drugs causes a dysfunction on the chakras. I agree. You're absolutely right. Because when I started listening to the 80s music, The 70s music, R&B music make me feel good, make me want to relax with some wine. You absolutely right. It is the vibration in the music. When I'm listening to 80s music, it has a different vibration. I get up, I be wanting to clean up, I start organizing and everything. I start back listening to the OJs in the 70s when they was on Soul Train and shit. I said, well, hell, I'm tired. Let me go ahead and relax and give me a glass of wine. You're right. This music is making them want to kill. It definitely is mixed with drugs and things of that nature. It's gotta be some repair in the Black community. It do, like, it is extremely hurtful what is going on. You know, that's the reason why, like, I be talking bad about these Black men. If they say I'm hard on them, I'm talking about like the people like Gotti and Juke and all of them. You damn right I am. These dudes are supposed to have been trying to at least set an example. They came straight up out the damn hood. It's not like they're not in tune to what go on in the hoods. They came up in a different era where they know we didn't just shoot each other down when we got mad at each other. Dolph went shooting at their asses. And young Dolph had enough money to retaliate and do whatever he wanted to do. He didn't do it. Okay. We know rappers, but cats around them in the streets for real. It's cats around them in the streets for real, but them cats are around them because they getting some type of benefit. Am I right, Player Cole?
Yeah,
they breaking them off some money, right?
Nobody around serve a purpose. You hear me? Ain't nobody just around for no.
Okay, so they breaking them off something, which means they got control. They can put a lid on that stuff. Gotti could have put a lid on Black Youngster, but he didn't do it. These dudes, these street dudes that they got around them, they could put a lid on it, because even if they can't put a lid on them, they could send them home, can't they?
Yeah.
They could say, I ain't gonna have that around me. You can't bring down my empire, dude, big dude. I love you, but you know, you too street. I understand that. I ain't trying to change you. I just can't have that around me. Okay. So that's the way that they can control it, but they ain't doing that. It's one thing when you're supposed to be somebody's security and you're protecting them. It's another thing when somebody get on the internet, say something you don't want them to say. I'm going to send my hitter out to go. I'm putting a hit on them. If that ain't sissified, I don't know what is. Okay. Instead of helping to shed light in the communities to help to make them rich, some of these dudes act like a bunch of damn sissified girls. Okay. Golden Era says Black Youngster would turn against CMG. String says it's a joke for real. People just don't care. Right. People just don't care anymore. And that's because people are on drugs or they're hurting so bad. There's a lot of mental illness in the atmosphere too. But a lot of people are struggling and starving and hurting so bad, they don't give a damn. They don't. And that's why I say a lot of these people, if they got money to pay somebody for hits, why not use that money as an incentive to help somebody to make their life better and their community better? That's why I keep saying, and I will continue to say, we have to be very cognizant of the people that we help to make rich. We absolutely do. I don't see nobody trying to put no programs back in the communities. Why aren't they doing that?
That ain't on their agenda.
And it's messed up. Thank you for the 99-cent super sticker, Tanya. I never seen Memphis this bad since the early 90s. And you believe it or not, you're right. It was bad in the early 90s before Mayor Harrison got in there and he kind of helped when he brought in some really good police, but it's even worse now because we're really seeing we didn't have as many kids and young adults on drugs as we do now, and then the drugs have changed. Here, you didn't see people on crack doing what these folks doing on these drugs. When folks was on crack, the only thing you had to do was sleep with your damn. If you was living with a crackhead, you knew to put your wallet in your damn panties when you went to sleep, because they was gonna try and steal out your purse.
Hey, hold up!
Get them a rock.
You forget you gotta put the chain on the refrigerator because they'll get the meat out.
But they'll take the meat out and go sell the damn meat and stuff.
Oh, but
so what they was doing was they stole. They weren't doing nearly what these people are doing now. They weren't barbaric like that. They was what they did was inflicted a lot of self-inflictions. You know what I mean? It was self-inflicted stuff. But these folks now are demonic and barbaric. Okay? A lot of these people now, when you get to talking about crack is whack. Hell no, I don't do no crack. They sitting up calling folks crackheads. What you do? I do heroin. I'm on meth. They think they'll step up from the crackheads.
Oh, hell.
Boss Willie broke Cloud is a hell of a drug. Boss Willie broke up Lagarde and Foot Homes and Dixie Homes. Yeah, he did. And he get ready to run again. One thing I do know about Willie Harrington, he makes sure he had them police out there deep. And he don't play. Crack make a nigga sell his mama's cell phone. Yet they was selling stuff. You had to hide your good stuff because a crackhead was gonna sell everything you got. These folks now, they'll break up in your house, but they would sit in the bushes and watch you leave home. They would see your pattern and go in your house when you was gone. These folks now coming up in your house and killing you. They got jewelry in their house. I'm going in and killing them. To get your stuff out your house. Barbaric and sick on a whole nother level. Yeah, and that's right. I forgot about Percocets. People are on perks like these younger adults now. They kind of brag about, I'm getting ready to pop me a perk. They think that's trendy when what these Percocets are doing to them is shutting down their body organs and things of that nature. I mean, it have them crazy. It's giving them a chemical imbalance and everything. But when we say it starts in the home, who does the child got to look up to? His mama popping perks. Like on Friday, the crackhead said, you can keep the knife. I don't kill. Right. I had a cousin in the crack era, and I can remember too. He got on crack probably in the late 80s.
Yeah.
And I remember he used to say to my cousins, he was a little older than us, loan me some money. And if they would say, we ain't got no money to give you, he'll say, you can loan it to me voluntarily or involuntarily. I'm gonna borrow it anyways. Meaning y'all go to sleep, I'm gonna go in your purse and get your money out. Apparently killing because you're pretty, RIP Idaho. They doing that too. These girls are off the chain too. These dudes sending these girls out to do so much crazy stuff. But a lot of them are chemically imbalanced because they're on drugs. These dudes ain't necessarily sending them out to do it. They are messed off too, mentally. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. If you haven't hit the like button, y'all run the likes up. If you haven't hit the like button, please hit the like button, y'all. We only got 168 likes. Run the likes up. Make sure y'all run the likes up. Keep running the likes up, you guys. If you haven't hit the like button, please hit the like button. Also, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. If you haven't gotten a membership, please get a membership. Y'all, this is going to be a good time to start buying memberships because I'm going to be having some exclusive information on that Young Dolls case. I'm just waiting to drop it. I have sickle cell.
Well, I need a backstage pass.
You be knowing about what's going on in the Young Dolls case too. New Era, right? MJ was stepping on everything with that fentanyl to peel that paper out your hand. Yes, y'all. Please let me see. Are we at 2? Y'all, come on, y'all. We only at 177 likes. Please hit the like button. Please hit the like button. Y'all, we probably gonna go live again later on today because I want to talk about some more stuff. It's sad what happened to Gangsta Boo, ain't it?
Yeah, that shit crazy.
OG Sleazy E, did your body build up a tolerance for tuberculosis? Come on, y'all. We need 15 more likes before we be at 200. Run it up, run it up, run it up.
They be scared to hit that like button.
And it's free.
Yeah, ain't no alligators right there.
We done gave out quite a bit of information over here.
Yeah, their notebooks should be full. You need to make sure you hit the like button 2 times, goddamn.
Share the video if you haven't shared the video. Also, make sure you hit the subscription button. And if you would like to donate to the channel, you could do it via Cash App or Super Sticker. You could do it via Cash App or Super Sticker.
We accept everything but EBT. Now I'm gonna start accepting that. Now my baby eating, I need some EBT.
So, Player Code, you out there in the streets of North Memphis. When do you see this war slowing down anytime soon?
Maybe when they get their texts, they might chill out for a minute.
I'm talking about these gang wars. Do you see this stuff fizzling out?
Not at the second, nah. Cause it's really like a back and forth thing. Like boom, they knock one down, boom, they come back and knock 2 down, boom, they go back and knock 1 down. So like for right now, nah. Unless they do a sweep on the streets and just go get everybody, then like then we might see something a little different.
Well, one thing we do know, these folks telling.
Yeah.
These folks is telling. Yeah, make sure y'all hit the like button. Gangsta Boo, once again, drugs did it. Yeah, rest in peace to Young Dolph. Y'all put those dolphin signs in the chat. No, we taking EBT as well, Player Call, because high food is food high as hell right now. Yes, it is.
Like $10 a carton. No cap.
What's my new thoughts on Mulroy? I think that Mulroy is good. I think that he's good, down to earth, and I think he's more open because he was the underdog. He's more open to allowing these folks to prosecute these people. I think a lot of what people don't understand is Mulroy, he was a lawyer, but he didn't really practice. He taught at the university. I mean, he taught at the law school. So all of these lawyers that you see, he was their law professor. at the law school in Memphis at Cecil's law school. So I think he has more innovative ideas. He's a little bit more liberal, but I think because he was a little bit more liberal, people thought that he was just gonna be letting people go free. Young Dolph is for sure going to get it. Ain't no politics involved. Period. Now, Young Dolph is definitely going to get justice in totality. He was gonna get it anyways, but we know he is now. Yep, we know he is now. I dropped the link. If anybody want to come up, if you got something to say, you could definitely come up. Like I said, just keep hitting that like button and the subscription button and share the video.
And the cash out button.
And the cash out button. Yep. Yep, and the cash out button. Miss T, I have a question for you. I want to help the youth do better. Do you have any advice for how I can do that? Yes, I think that if you, I think the first thing that we need to do is identify the problem. Okay, a lot of times we start talking about rehabilitating the youth, and we get them counseling and things of that nature, and then they going back to a home where it's terror in their households. I think one of the first things to do is to identify where their problem is coming from, as well as help them. Okay. If the parents are open to being helped, also try and get the parents help, because if we're constantly trying to rehabilitate the child and we're sending them back home to a toxic home, it's really asinine, right? Because children are a product of their environment. The environment that they have to live in 24/7 is going to affect them. If they're young adults, they're not going to know how to deal with anything, regardless of how we try and habilitate them or rehabilitate them. We sending them back home to a terrorist home or a toxic home. Okay. Whatever we just instilled or tried to instill in them, it's going to go in one ear and out of the other. And yes, poverty ignites crime. Teaching kids the importance of education and helping them to reach their goals. See, people are not helping these kids that really want to be helped to reach goals. Okay. Actively working with them to achieve those goals, to help to pull them out of poverty is what's going to help to move this generation ahead. I'm telling you. You're right. This poverty has always ignited crime. Always. Okay. So identifying what the problem is. How you doing, OG? OG. OG.
Yeah.
What's up?
What's up?
How you doing? I think you got a delay.
I'm doing all right. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear too.
Well, good. So, what do you think is going? So, the war in the topic is the war in Memphis is uncontrollable since the assassination of young Dolph. What do you think about that? Let's start there.
Well, first off, young Dolph had a lot of people that loved him, appreciate him paying their rent because they ain't had the money to do it. Appreciate them feeding their stomachs, and by him being gone, they starving and they hungry because they was dependent on him. And now that he's gone, they don't have that. So they're going buck wild and they're going crazy and they killing everybody that's part of the people that killed him. So whoever they catch slipping or whoever they can get, they getting them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's sad. But
Well,
that's what's going on now. See, they can't get the people that did it because they locked up. And the big time people, part of them, some of them still out here, as you know. I ain't gonna say no name, but you know he's still out here.
mm-hmm.
They can't get him because he's watching his back and watching his surroundings and moving different. So they can't get him. So they getting people around him.
Mm-hmm.
But eventually, as time go, he gonna get it. They just building some good stuff on him, where when they get the warrant and go get him, he won't never get out of prison. That's all they doing.
Oh,
That's why.
absolutely.
Yeah, that's why he's walking out here. He think he out of it and everything. No, he not. The feds is getting shit together for all the big time people. They got all the little ass rats and shit, all them. Now the big people, they put stuff together so when they go get them, ain't no getting out. Even if you got a lawyer, you getting nailed. That's what they're doing. They getting all the evidence together, watching them, taking pictures of them, and they think they out here free, walking around. No, they not. Believe me. They're watching y'all asses everywhere they go. They snapping pictures when y'all doing corrupt shit, and y'all don't even know it. And when they get enough of that, that's when they gonna sign. They gonna go get the warrant signed, and then they gonna be knocking on your door, coming to get you. Yo Gotti and your crew, the rest of y'all.
So let me ask you something. So let me ask, and this is your opinion, of course. You think Yo Gotti was involved, and tell me why you think he was involved.
Yes, he involved, no doubt, 1000%, and everybody know that. And the reason why it's kind of hard getting him, because he's a smart man and he know how to cover it up. And he know how to keep people mouth shut where he won't get caught. The only way he'll get caught is the people that's in jail gonna tell on him, and all they gotta do is follow his money. And that's what the feds is doing. Because the money is gonna tell who put the stuff down. And another thing, why he got something to do with it. Look at all the beef that he had towards Young Dolph. Look at when Young Dolph got shot, his bulletproof car got shot up 100 times. He was in on that shit. Him and Black Youngster. Black Youngster and Yo Gotti can't stand Young Dolph. And they was part of that shit, them 100 shots, and they was part of that hotel he got shot up in. And they didn't get him, just like he said when he got out of the hospital, Young Dolph. Y'all thought that shit was over. That shit ain't over. They couldn't stand that. That shit was eating them up because they thought they got him.
Thank you, Tracy. And thank you, Tracy and Tanya, for the Cash App. I appreciate that so much.
Because they thought they got him. They thought he was a done deal. But when he got out the hospital, rolling out the front doors in that wheelchair, and then got to that car and stand up and said what he said, that shit made them mad as hell. And then they say, okay, we got to think of something else. But we got to get this nigga. We got to get him. Okay, he give away the turkeys in Memphis. We gonna get him then. And then another dude, Parver, said, well, you know where he go. What's your name? What's your name said that he come to her place to buy cookies. Oh, well, we can get her, the girl that worked there, we can get her to text us when he come. Or whoever was in there. They text him and let them know, let his ops know, which is his ops is first two people, is Yo Gotti and Black Youngster. Those is his first ops. Those is his first enemies. Those people can't stand him. And then Yo Gotti and Black Youngster got their followers and their hitters to take care of their dirty work. And when Young Doss opened that door up, when he went to that gas station, they was already planted there, waiting on him to go in the cookie shop. Then once he go in there, he trapped. They got him because they got that place surrounded. They all around that mug. Think about it. They in the parking lot of the gas station. They park across the street. They riding past in that expensive ass black truck. They just stalking him. They surrounding him. That's why when he was at that gas pump, he was looking. Because he seen something not right. He seen it. He seen it. When he was looking over there to the right, real hard, he seen something is not right. Mm-hmm. And the part that wasn't right, he was surrounded. The enemies that was trying to kill him was all around him. Mm-hmm. He seen suspicious cars that look suspicious, got black tint on them, so you can't see in them, see who in them. Young Dolph is not stupid. He know his enemies is behind that tent. And all they waiting on him is to leave out that gas station and go in that cookie shop. When he pulled out that gas station and went over there to that cookie shop, guess what? They pulled right behind him to get close to him. And what Young Dolph didn't know. Hello?
You there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Hold on one sec. Hold on. I want to show this. Hold on.
All right. Yeah, there you go. Look at that. That part right there ate them up when he got out. They thought he was dead.
Hey, we at the motherfucking hospital, Jack. Y'all know the time we this shit right here don't stop. Legendary shit. Shout out to Pop, shout out to Easy, shout out to Big. Y'all know what's up, man. New album dropping next week. You feel me? On the 20th, next Friday. Thinking out loud. Y'all know what's up, man. I got $1 billion lawyer with me, man. Y'all know what's up, man.
See?
Yeah. I know that
when he said, see that? That part right there, that part right there ate their ass up when he said that and shut that car door on his way to make his money. That part right there, they couldn't get over.
Yeah. You know, it kind of hurts me. It kind of hurts me to see that also, because even though he was getting out of the hospital and things of that nature, when he laughed at the end, it was almost that laugh had a little nervousness in it. The idea that these niggas gonna try and take his life.
Yeah.
They had gotten to the point that they thought that they was that big. They thought that they was God. To the point that they tried to take that boy's life, and they did not stop until they did it.
Yeah. And what makes it so bad
is they were saying, I'm gonna teach him. He don't say what he want to say. or
Yeah.
else I'm gonna play God and kill him.
And
And now
what
they died. They think, oh, I have to calm myself down.
make it so bad is when he got in that truck and shut that door, that pissed them off. Because whoever shot him and all that, they didn't do a good job. And he survived. And that pisses him off because 9 times out of 10, the people that shot him supposed to have killed them, and they didn't, and they got money for it. So that part right there made them mad. And then what he said on top of that. So what they do, they put their plan together on the cookie shop. Why? Because the girl that worked there, I heard alleged that she is down with them. And she was sucking all up on young Dolph ass and all that shit. But in the meantime, she was part of the crew. Yo Gotti and them. You see when young Dolph got killed and he's gone now? Look what she's doing. She's all over young Gotti crew dick. She riding with him. And guess what? Yo Gotti signed her. And she was part of young Dolph fan. She loved young Dolph. But soon he got killed. Now she portrayed young Dolph and signed with Yo Gotti.
Wow.
And I don't care what anybody say. That girl that was working in that cookie shop is part of Yo Gotti and them crew. And Raven, alleged, know that shit. And she's covering up for them and her father. But I gotta say one thing. Y'all ain't get away with that shit. Trust me. The feds don't come and get you right away. When the feds come and get you is when they got over a million ass
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. What leads you to believe? I want to know what leads you to believe that the cookie shop was involved.
Because it's mighty funny he get killed at the cookie shop.
What if he had got killed at the Walmart?
Then it was the same situation as the cookie shop, but the only difference between that is it was an inside job by someone that know his ops, and they was there and seen him and made a text or made a call, and they rushed there and came and got him. That's the deal would have been if they was at a Walmart. But the cookie shop is tired different. The cookie shop, majority of the people in there know Yo Gotti and Black Youngster. It's proof that they with them and talking to them and all that. But Raven say she don't know them and she don't kick it with them. But we got proof out here that you was kicking it with them.
What proof? What proof do you have?
Got the proof when they was at the studio talking. Remember when Raven was sitting down in that chair and she was talking to that girl that never showed her face, but she was holding the camera at Raven in that interview in that studio? Remember that?
Yeah, when she was in the studio with her sister.
Yeah. And did you hear what they was talking about? They was talking about the CMG. And you could see it all over Raven's face that she's down with them. Every time her sister bring up Yo Gotti and CMG crew, go back and look at Raven face the whole time. Every time she bring up that name, look at her reaction. That tells you right there. It tells you. She just
Thanks,
making it
Leo,
like
for becoming a member. Thank you, Leo.
she just trying to throw everybody off. Like she don't kick it with them. I don't know them and this and that and that and that.
But you don't
But
think
it's
that
a
the
damn
police would
lie.
you don't think that the police would have been made an arrest by now? Let me just say this, because you do know now. Now we're not naive enough to believe that those guys are down there not talking right. We're not that
Right.
naive. So if they're telling on each other, who is Raven? I think don't you think they gave her up first?
They did. They did. Believe me, they did. But what they told her is not enough to really nail her. You know, it may be probation or maybe 6 months suspended, 5 years probation, or 5 years. Yo Gotti, maybe 10 years or 6 years. That ain't nothing. Feds don't believe in that little ass time. When they get you, they want you to at least do 20 years behind your belt. And then you got to look at it. Raven got a lot of investigation going on, so it's going to take time because they got a lot of fraud out here. The PPP loan, where all that money go? Where you spend that money at? When you get a PPP loan, that money supposed to go on what you claim that you need help on, and you don't supposed to have a penny left. You don't supposed to have nothing left. It's supposed to all be spent, and it's not. And they know that because when you get that PPP loan and they give you that money, guess what? They track that money. They track it and they keep up how much you spend. That's why don't you hear everybody always talking about follow the money? The money will lead you to stuff. Don't you hear people talking about that? That's what the Fed's doing. They're following the money everywhere it go, and what's left don't supposed to be left. You got a PPP loan on us. It's supposed to get all the shit you need and help you and keep you moving. You don't supposed to get little shit that's on sale and then pocket all the rest of the money. No. You don't supposed to do that. And then all the other stuff. They got the PPP loan. They got all these people that gave them money. What they do with all that money? What they do with all that money? What they do with it? That was a lot of money, man, that they got. People were sending them money like crazy. Just dumping money off on them. Every way. Just dumping it off. Man, they got a lot of money. What they do with all that money? And when it come to the people out here that donate them money, that's fraud.
But see, but what would a PP? Here's the thing though, PPP loans wouldn't have anything to do with Young Dawson murder case, right?
No, that would be a separate case.
Oh, okay. I didn't know we had moved on to another case.
You see what I'm saying? That could be a separate Fed case, because that's a Fed case. Because PPP loan come from the government. That's government dealing with. You fraud the government out his money. So that's a different charge on top of the charge that you involved in lying and all that type of stuff about young Dolph, that your father wasn't there, that it happened outside, that's lying. You can
Well,
get
let me
in
ask you
trouble for that.
something. Somebody, what's that? Physical wounds. Hill says that that they believe that J Money and D Money's mother was involved. What you think about that?
You talking about that evil lady? Huh?
I don't know if she evil or not. I'm talking about Kamisha White.
Oh, you talking about the lady that got all that beef going on in the streets?
Well, I
Talking
don't
about they
know.
need,
Her sons were killed.
yeah, her sons was killed. And she was talking all that junk about young Dolph ain't do nothing for her kids.
Yeah, her.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, she has something to do with it. She has something to do with young Dolph death.
What part you think
That
she played in it?
part of setting them up.
Mm-hmm.
Yup.
Well,
I don't
let
know
me
what
ask you
part.
something. Let me ask you something now, and I'm just saying now. They say that Kamisha had a business right there. Young Doc was killed on a Wednesday. He was killed in November, so that is around tax season time. I think they
Right.
start kicking up around that November time. How do you know she didn't see his car? And I'm not saying that she did, but I'm just saying, how do you know that
That's
didn't
what I'm
happen?
saying. That's what I'm saying. That's part. Listen, that's part of when I say young Dolph was surrounded.
Mm-hmm.
You had you had all kind of people calling his ops, telling them that young Dolph is there now. Young Dolph is coming at the cookie shop at such and such time, and he's at the gas station, and he will be coming there. Because check out, her business was across the street where that car was sitting in the damn parking lot. That was her parking lot of her business. That
Mm-hmm.
place that place that's directly across from the cookie shop, that's her tax paying, whatever you call it. That's her business right there, across the street. Right across the street from the cookie shop. That's her business. And that's where that car was backed in at, looking straight across the street at the cookie shop. And I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
tell you something else. Soon young Dolph got killed. Guess what? That
What?
car was gone. That truck that was sitting across the street in that lady business parking lot. Soon young Dolph got killed. That truck drove away out of that place into Family Dollar parking lot and picked the people up that came out the back door of the cookie shop.
Mm-hmm.
Because believe me, they came out the back of the cookie shop. That's why you didn't see nobody come out the front door. Come on, get it together. That's why they ran out the back door. So won't nobody see that. Well, when we heard the shots, we seen 2 guys or 3 guys, but it was 2 guys run out the front door. No, they went out the back door. That way they could say, well, the shooting didn't happen inside, it happened outside. You know why? Because they see 2 shooters in the front. So they thinking they did it. But actually the people inside did it. But they never seen them. They ran out the back door, and all they see is the people in the front with guns. Come on, put it together.
Now, I just pulled up the tax company that she had worked for. I don't see where that tax company unless it was up under another name, was located on Airways.
But see, you got to remember one thing though. When it comes to the internet, a lot of stuff they don't put up there when they investigate. They take that shit down. They take that shit down till they finish investigating, then they put it back up there.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's how the feds work. Because the feds don't want the public to know a lot of stuff because the words will get around and get back to the criminals. And then the criminals can cover their place because they know what's going on. See? So they take a lot of shit down. And they only show you a few shit that they want you to see. Because they don't want the criminals to know all the shit they got. If they don't know what they got, they don't know what to cover up. Think about it. I hear people all the time talking about, well, why we can't see the footage? Because if we show y'all the footage, then the criminals can back their stories up and get it together. But if they don't see what we see, they can't say shit. They don't know what we got. See what I'm saying? But after this shit is all done and over with and they got all their ass locked up, watch all the shit come out. The videos, all that shit.
Well, I see where she owns a vacant, it looks like a vacant lot on Hanley in Orange Mound. It's in Orange Mound on Hanley Street.
That place across the street, she rents that. She don't own that. She rents that place. That's why you won't find that she own that. She rents that.
Oh, okay.
Yup.
Draco said the feds watching. Yeah, the feds been watching.
They watching.
I ain't never tried to investigate the Young Doss case. I ain't never.
Let me tell you something.
I knew he had a dream team on it. So I mean,
look. Let me tell your fans and all y'all something. When the fans involved, they do not be in a rush. Because you hear what people say, when the feds get you, you is F. When they get you, you're done. The only thing you can do to get out of it is tell on somebody and we'll let you go. But if you don't tell us what we want to know, then nigga do your 20 or 30 or 40 or 50 years. Or us to release your sentences, you got to tell us what we want to know. That's how the feds work. And that's why a lot of people getting locked up because they talking. They talking, but us people out here don't know what they talking about. All we know is people getting locked up. Trust me. And trust me, they didn't told on Yo Gotti. They didn't told on him. And they putting shit together on him because let me tell you something. The reason why Yo Gotti is out here having fun with his big ass head is because he done a lot of shit in the game. And the feds and the detectives know that shit. It's just the way he did it. They couldn't do shit with it. But now this shit that he done now, he effed up. He's caught. He's in trouble. So right now they got him. They got him by his big ass neck and his head. They got him. And now they putting the shit all together. All the shit back in the days that he done. All the couple bodies that he didn't pay for. And all that shit. Trust me. They putting some shit around his neck, Jack. He's caught up. And he know it. That's why you ain't heard shit from him. Cause that nigga quiet. That nigga moving quiet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So let me ask you something, OG. Who do you think, and this is allegedly, who all do you think is going to be indicted?
Shit. Shit, indicted. They already indicted.
I'm talking about the rest of the people.
Yeah, they just ain't had a warrant out. They just ain't have a warrant put on them yet. Cause they ain't finished stacking them indictment papers up.
I tell you.
Yeah. But I don't know. A lot of them is already in jail. And I would say the rest of them is Yo Gotti and Yo Gotti. Cause as far as what I heard, Black Youngster is locked up. I heard Black Youngster locked up. Is he? Hello? You there? Dude, you there? Hello? Oh, where'd she go? Where'd she go? Where you go? Where you go? You ain't there? Oh, where you go?
I'm back.
Oh man, where you go?
My system froze. They doing something on my computer, so every now and again my system frees up. Just know I'm coming back when you do it.
Okay. Okay, Grandma. I see you a grandma now.
Yes, I am. I love it too. Oh my! Did you see my baby?
Yeah, I seen it. You know I follow you and check you out, check on you, make sure
Ain't
you
she
all right.
ain't she a I call her a meatball.
Yeah, she looked pretty.
Thank you.
Her little pretty self.
Thank you.
Yeah, her little chubby self.
Oh, yes, she is chubby, and I be having to keep her almost every morning. I done got tired too. I have to be taking her to the office with me and everything.
Shit.
She want me. Let me ask you
How
something,
much?
though, OG. Now you say that you say that you think that only allegedly you think Yo Gotti. You think just Yo Gotti?
Yeah, for right now, they got Yo Gotti by his neck. So I know for a fact, it's just a matter of time they coming to get him. Because he was part of that 100-shot shoot up and that hotel. He was part of that. And that's a fact. Because Young Dolph was beefing with Yo Gotti, and Black Youngster was beefing with Young Dolph. And
They said
and
OG turned the when my computer froze up, they said you turned the camera on looking for me. OG turned his camera on looking for me. So you don't think nobody else other than Yo Gotti is going to be indicted?
Well, I'm gonna put it this way. I feel, goddamn, y'all, damn, not now y'all want to text me after I cut that phone off. Well, I'm busy now. I talk to y'all later. That's somebody calling me, texting me from Chicago, telling me some news up there. Hey, look.
Thank you, Night Rider, for the $10 super sticker.
My opinion, when they get Yo Gotti, he got a lot of shit to lose. Yo Gotti got a lot of stuff out here. That nigga got cars, houses, and he got a bunch of stuff out here. A lot of kids. So that means he got a lot to lose. So when they get Yo Gotti gonna tell a lot of shit. If he ain't doing that now, and that's why he's still out here. on the low. You know, black people dry snitch on the low behind your back. Even if they call you your friend, they tell on you. Yo Gotti can be one of those types, and that's why he's still out here. He could be telling on people, and that's why his own damn cousin, brother got locked up.
Mm-hmm.
We never know. He could have told on him. Never know. You never know. Your own family member a dry snitch on your ass to keep his ass out here in the world. Because Yo Gotti is looking at a lot of time. That boy looking at a lot of time.
Mm-hmm.
Trust me. All the shit that he done got away with, well, he think he got away with, he know that he ain't get away with that shit. Because people done ran their mouth and told on his ass. And he know that. That's why he trying to stay out the feds' eyes. Trying to stay out their way. And Black Youngster. But I heard Black Youngster, I heard he locked up. That's what I heard. I heard Black Youngster locked up.
And the Flame Spitter said, now, I ain't one to gossip, but I will bring some honey to your tea. I will put some honey in the tea. Flame Spitter said, that's why Gotti, he sold his house in LA. He know they coming for him. Well, what happened was, I heard that he did sell his house in LA.
Yup.
Because allegedly he had gotten a text message, and the text message was for somebody. His address was in the text message, allegedly, saying we know where you live at. And allegedly, that's why he sold his house. I don't know if that's true. That's what
I'm gonna tell you something.
I had heard in the streets.
I'm gonna tell you something.
The person that said it.
Yo Gotti sold his house, okay? He sold that house. Yo Gotti can't come in LA, and that's why he sold his house. So why keep a house in LA and I can't come there? And I'm paying bills there and all that, and I can't even come there and enjoy it because I always gotta look over my shoulder and all this shit. So he sold it. Because them people out there is on his ass. They want his ass. Because you know why? Because they part of loving Young Dolph. And they don't appreciate the shit that he did.
Mm-hmm.
Yo Gotti is banded from there. That's why he sold his house. He can't come there. If he come there, that nigga is walking dead. Because it's just a matter of time somebody gonna pull up on him. Because they done told him, don't come here. We don't want to see you a foot in here. He not allowed there. And he not allowed in a lot of places.
Mm-hmm. I tell
that nigga you. That nigga ain't even allowed here. And that's the rumors out here on my streets in Cleveland. That nigga ain't allowed here.
He ain't allowed in Cleveland either?
No.
Lord have mercy.
Cause let me tell you something. Cleveland, let me tell you something. Cleveland is not on the map. You don't hear nothing about Cleveland. You don't hear nothing about shooting and killing. Every now and then you hear about it, but you don't hear about it like you do in Chicago, Memphis, and all them other cities. You don't hear that shit off the hook on the media and all that. Do you? See? Cleveland do shit undercover. We do shit on the low. Our shit don't be exposed every damn where you know about us. But let me tell you something. I live in Cleveland, and it be a bunch of fucking killing here.
Oh my.
It be a bunch of killing here too. It be a bunch of killing in all these goddamn cities. Trust me.
The Alabama hitter. The Alabama hitter said, y'all let Gotti know, don't go to Cleveland. They on his ass.
Yeah. I'm telling you.
I didn't know that they Lord.
Man, listen. That's the rumor in Cleveland in the projects. I can name 4 projects that they said that nigga better not come here. Cause soon we come here to a concert, they gonna bum rush the concert. They gonna bum rush the dance floor, and they will do it. Cause it been done before. But it never reached the news.
Oh, Devastating said that's in the city.
Yeah. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, look. And another reason why that nigga sold his house, cause that nigga running out of money. Cause that nigga, he's spending money, but he ain't making money because he can't go nowhere. He gotta depend on other people to make his money. That's why he signed that girl contract and gave her money. Because she's gonna make money because she's blowing up since Doss got killed. She blowing up. That's why he signed her. Because that's the only way he gonna make his money. Off their concerts and all that, because they not after her. She like a stranger. And then he can be on the low. He don't even have to go to the concert. And she can go and make all the money and he get a cut out the deal. Trust me. That's what he's doing. And everybody know that shit.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah, that nigga, and Yo Gotti ain't the only one. Black Youngster can't go nowhere either. They didn't already try to get his ass, but he got lucky and got up out of it.
Who tried to get him? Who tried when they tried to get Black Youngster?
I forgot that damn city, man. It was a city that he went there and tried to do a concert, and they ran his ass up out of there. Him and Yo Gotti. I forgot where that was at, man. I forgot. They tried. Black Youngster tried to do a concert. I can't remember where it was at, but I can always find it because it is on the internet. It is on YouTube. I can't find it. I can find it, but I can't remember where it was at because it's been a while now. But yeah, that nigga's bandit too. Because he's part of
Alabama. It was down there in Mobile. Down there in Mobile, Alabama.
Yup, there you go. I know it when I hear it. Yup. Yeah, they try to get his ass. Yup. They try to get him. Yeah. Let me tell you something. Anybody that's involved with Yo Gotti, nigga, you walking on a graveyard. Because soon they find you, they gonna get you. Because you part of Yo Gotti, CMG. You part of it. And they gonna get you.
Mm.
And I'm gonna tell you something. That girl that Yo Gotti signed, that was part of that was with that was with Young Dolph.
Yeah. Glorilla?
And, yeah, and Yo Gotti signed her.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you something, man. That girl talked about the whole CMG crew, Yo Gotti, and all them. Talked about them like a dog when Young Dolph was around. Dissed them. Talked to. And let me tell you something. That shit ain't been blowed up under the rug. Yo Gotti and his crew got that shit in their head. That what she did. And she think everything is cool and smooth. But let me tell you something, girl. If you on here, you better watch your ass. Because part of Yo Gotti signing you, that was just to keep your ass close, make money off you, and then they gonna get rid of you. They gonna get rid of you, and then they gonna move somebody else in your place.
You know what?
Trust.
I think they thought that they could go down to Mobile, Alabama. They thought Mobile was probably one of those country hick towns, and they could go down there to Mobile and play that diss song. So right after Dolph died, and I'm here.
Yeah.
I heard that they warned him, "Don't do it," and they said they
Yeah.
set it off in Mobile. I think he
Yeah.
thought it would be safe to go down there and do that.
Yeah. And he still went down there to do it and almost got murdered.
Yeah, I think he felt like Mobile, one of these country towns, we could do it in this town.
Yeah.
And
But see, what Yo Gotti and Black Youngster don't know is, man, let me tell you something. Young Dolph is everywhere. That nigga is all around here. His niggas up here in Cleveland love the shit out of him. Play his music all day, man. I'm talking about bumping it. Bumping it in houses. They was bumping his shit like crazy on New Year's, Christmas. Even my cousins and them. Nigga, we was bumping his shit in the Christmas party in the house, the gathering. All family members gathering, having fun, partying, dancing. The women, backing their ass up, twerking and all that shit to Young Dolph music. I'm telling you, Chicago, Detroit, Columbus, Akron, shit, out of town, man. It's places, Alabama, all them places, more places. Man, it's people that love him, man. That nigga was all over. And I'm going to tell you why they love him. Because what he rap about is true. It ain't nothing fake about him. Everything he say in his songs is true.
Mm-hmm.
These niggas will cross you. And they haters. Everything he say is true. And then on top of it, he got killed on the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Yup, I'm telling you.
Long live Paper Route Frank. I tell you. I hate that they did that young man like that. And because they did Young Dolph like that, they created a real hostile atmosphere.
Yup.
I know that there's crime in every city, but it's so many people with their eyes on Memphis, as I've been saying before, and they are not necessarily praying for Memphis. There's a lot of eyes on Memphis now to kind of hijack Memphis in one way or another, right? And that's why
we got Memphis locked down. We got your city locked down. Cleveland, Ohio. Cleveland, Ohio got your city locked down.
Mm-hmm. And
all
Memphis
the killing going on up there.
Memphis need prayer also.
And we praying for y'all every day. And let me tell you something. What was I about to say, man? Oh, these damn studios, especially in Memphis, they need to get their shit together because they starting beef in the streets and they starting beef everywhere. Anybody that's in a gang, they starting beef with them, each other. And they got each other out here killing each other. You know why? Because they sitting up there letting them talk that shit on the microphone in their studio in the booth about another black person and ain't doing shit about it but dancing and talk about, man, that sound good as fuck, man. We can make money off that, man. But they ain't telling them that. Don't say that, man. Because all you're going to do is cause problems and one of y'all going to get killed or y'all going to end up killing somebody else because now y'all beefing talking about them or talking about their dead ones, their loved ones. Ain't none of these studios telling them that. They letting them talk that shit. And that's the problem. We need to get on these studios because they is the big part of this commotion and corrupt shit out here in these streets, these young generations. They letting them do what they want to do because they making money off that shit. That is the main problem right there.
The studios.
Gamers. And if you notice, all studios, the only people that they produce and sign, guess what? They're in the game. Think about it. Think about it. And I'm speaking facts. Every person that they sign, they in a game. And they beefing towards somebody else. Soon they get in that damn studio, what they do? Start talking about their ops. And what do that do? Make enemies.
Right.
That's why we got to get on these damn studios. If we got to shut them down, we got to do it. The big time rollers, the president, the mayor, all them, they need to get on these damn studios.
I tell you. Now, it should it be the studios or the producers?
Both of them. Because the producers produce the shit and the studios let them come in and do the shit. Because if the producers deuces it and do that, the studio should turn around and say no. Because that's going to cause killing. And then that's going to mess us up because we ain't going to be able to make money because he going to get killed. Then we're going to have to start all over again trying to get this other person to get on and get big. But we had a person that was big as hell and now he dead because of what he said in our studio. That is the big sign, man. I'm telling you, all these studios is making money off all these young rappers, and all these young rappers that they making money off of is involved in gangs.
That's true. And and I think they are strategically going to get these dudes that are already involved in beefs and putting a battery in their back so because they putting these high insurance policies on them.
That's true. Because all these dudes that they going to
insurance policies.
Yup. Because all these dudes that they going to get, they money hungry. And they'll do anything for money. Because they young and wet behind the ears. And the first thing they think about is that fast money. Damn, that's all I gotta do is just talk about somebody. And you're gonna give me $1 million contract? Well, shit, give it here then. I'll talk about him like a dog. Come on, man. Studios, producers, all that shit. They need to be shut down.
It says 50% of his members.
And let me tell you something else. These young rappers out here that's beginning to start rapping and want to get in the rap game because they seeing all this money and all this money that they can get. What they don't know is when they sign that contract, nigga, they just gave you $1 million. Nigga, you think they just gonna give you $1 million and that's the end of the shit? Hell no. They gonna give you $1 million and they gonna double that shit. And they gonna take a life insurance bid out on your ass, probably $2 million. And then after they make a couple $1 million off your ass, they gonna kill your ass. Because they can double their money off because you did and get the life insurance off your ass, you dumbasses. Because it's plenty other people out here that want to take your place. So they'll never run out of rappers. Look at this. They'll never run out of rappers. Even if you dead, it's always gonna be another person take your place. So they'll make money like hell. These studios and producers and all that shit, man, you talking about millionaires. They got money. Look how they can just give somebody $1 million and not broke. That's because they making money off your ass. They don't tell you that they got a $2 million. They give you $1 million and they put a $2 million on your life insurance. They don't tell you that shit because they don't have to. That's just like you. Look, that's just like you can go behind my back and get a $3 million life insurance out on me. And I don't even know about it. And then when I pass away, you collect the money.
They said more like 150K money bag and get $1 million until his re-up contract. I tell y'all. Ooh, child. OG, I tell you, you've been deep today. Joy Loves God says one thing too, the accident insurance pays more because being shot is considered accidental. And that's the reason why they put all of this high insurance on them and then tell them to go and kick up the beef because they know these young dudes are on go, mentally and emotionally unstable. So they tell them to do this stuff. But I think it's a darn shame that we have people within our community that is actually helping to kick these beefs up, and they are looking at these young men as a number, dollar signs and numbers. That's it. That's all. They don't give a damn about human life. And it's a darn shame before God. Well, y'all, we've been on here almost 3.5 hours. I wanted to get on again tonight because I wanted to talk about some more stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and end it right here. If y'all haven't hit the like button, please hit the like button. I gotta get off of here and cook. I'm making stuffed bell peppers. So y'all know I'm back on my healthy kick. I gotta grill my ground chicken and then stuff my bell peppers with the meat. So I really enjoyed you guys today. Today was good. Everything is allegedly, child. I know a lot of these rappers be getting on here, child. Don't get emotional. Don't put no hits on us. Okay? We human beings. Please don't do it. Don't get emotional. Control your emotions. They talked about Jesus Christ. These folks be getting mad thinking ain't nobody supposed to talk about them. Okay? So go pray and control your emotions because I'm coming back on tonight and we're going to talk some more. Okay? I want you guys to know that I really enjoyed you guys, but I got to get off here. I have not eaten anything all day. So I got to, I'm going to come back on tonight. And I'll probably, I'll be back on tonight. But I got to get off of here and cook. I ain't eat no breakfast. My stomach is talking to me. I was so scared y'all was gonna hear my stomach growling. It's been growling. I can't wait to put my ground chicken on the grill and stuff my bell peppers with it. Have y'all ever had stuffed bell peppers? I use ground chicken. I like to grill it, put it on the grill, and then put paste on it and season the meat and stuff real good, and put mixed Italian cheese with it. Thank you, she will. And stuff the bell peppers with it. But I like to put chopped onions and garlic and stuff in it, and then put it in the oven and sprinkle cheese on top of it afterwards. Oh my God, you're talking about good. It is so, so good. But make sure you get the colorful bell peppers, like the sweet bell peppers, like the yellow, the orange, the red. It's really good. James Baker says, all these men want to wear dresses. I don't get it. Yes, it was a great show today, you guys. And so I'm going to make sure I come back on tonight. But I got to eat because my stomach been growling so bad. Woo, child. It's been growling for a long time. So let me get off of here so I can go out here and grill my meat. I want you guys to know that I love you. Make sure y'all be up because I'm coming back. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and schedule the show so y'all can have y'all notifications on. I'm going to come back on at around 7 or 8. It's going to either be 7 or 8, okay? 7 or 8. And I'm going to schedule it so y'all will see, okay? I love you guys. I'll be back on tonight. I'll talk with you in a few.